Still plenty of time to come and be served at the refreshment center before showtime.
Popcorn, rich with hot melted butter. Steaming hot coffee.
All correct in the chat. It is RG Tempo, right up there with last Saturday's special show. We went, I think, 4-1 with my UG Death Touch, Death Deluxe, whatever the hell you want to call it, build. And it did pretty good in the challenge. This week, I looked at this deck again, and I made some pretty big changes. This thing has really gone through a metamorphosis, and I have 2 4-1s and a 3-2, and all of the errors are due to me. And so hopefully I don't make many of them today, but I want to go through this here. And Chimsky in the house, little fight, yeah. So this deck, like I said, it used to be like a Blastoderm deck. Then it even ran the, there's that 2-2 with Shroud and Flanking that it had. And what I ended up going with, it's going to look really janky. And even my opponent said, like, if I didn't just get beat with that, I would have thought you were playing a pile. But this has 20 lands. We'll go over it real quick. 2 Ash Barrens, all 4 Evolving Wilds. We have 6 forests, and then we have, let's see, 8 mountains. What happens here is we've got a ton of removal. We've got 4 Seal of Fires, which are uncounterable once you set them and forget them. 4 Lightning Bolts, 1 Flame Jab. Get back to that in a minute. 4 Firebolts, which is 16 damage just right there. And then our Faithless Looting is how we sneaking draw into the deck. And once we hit 4 or 5 mana, we can start pitching our lands or feeding them the Flame Jab. Magma Jet helps smooth out everything else. This helps smooth out everything else. Very, very, very key at the 2 mana spot. The first few iterations of this were the Borderland Ranger. It's like, oh, I want a 2-2 body. And you would be shocked how often you're stuck at 2 and this kickstarts the deck and then there's no issues. Whereas if it's at 3, you're waiting and then it doesn't really help you except for the extra bigger spells. So anyway, I just got to check up in the top. Show Rosamond in the house. Uno FTW, what's up? Let's go Wing Chun 4 and everybody's all set up. All right. So these Rangers help everything out. I have 1 Penumbra Spider. We'll get to that in a minute because this is a very heavy Pulse of Murasa deck. Actually, I should have titled this whole month The Month of Murasa because that would be pretty cool. So have beer, chili, nachos, and Pauperganda. Oh, nice, Shiraz. Hey, you're hitting it up right. Triceratops, what's up? So 1 lone Spider, which is actually not there for Delver. It's there for Mono Black, which I've lost to twice. This deck is doing really well except against Mono Black. I have a bunch of close games. They're not blowouts. This is the card people just go, huh? And if I wasn't playing a tournament, they would probably quit and go, get out of here, noob. You need to... I don't like the artwork. There's the Hexproof Beast that's a 3/3 that has better artwork. The difference being, if you already have one of these heavy hitters out and you cast another one, sometimes you can switch these counters and make it a 4/4, a 5/5, whatever. I'll get back to this in a minute because we run 2 Swirling Sandstorms main. We have 1 Brownscale main and all 4 Pulse of Murasa. So we're pretty good against burn and aggro decks and being able to reset similar to last week's build. Big difference here because we're throwing things in the graveyard and we have already a dredge mechanic here. We also have a dredge mechanic here and 2 Moldervine Cloaks. Now you'll notice, those of you that are mathematically inclined, this plus this is a 6/6. It lives through this. It lives through Gurmag Angler. All of a sudden, this, what are you playing that for, feels like, oh crap. And I'll tell you what else it's great against, Boros. This runs into... Of course, Skyfit, nothing can block this except if they're running the Spirit, and then it's just a stalling game, and you usually can go through, and because it's a 3/3, they can't really kill it, and then you just wait for another one to show up, start stacking them up, and go from there, or you just burn them out. There's a ton of burn in this deck. So yeah, and then we finish the deck off with 2 Arc Lightnings. Let me check up what's going on here. 2 Cats, 1 Plug. Hello, good to see you. Remember the red-green land destruction deck? A bunch of Mana Dorks and Firebolts. Kind of similar. Yeah, this one I think you'll be pretty surprised with. I'll be really surprised if we don't have a winning record today. Yeah, Jade Guardian, that's one of those cards. Check yourself at the door. I know everybody's going to want to kind of put on that, well, that's not good enough for me. So I'm telling you, Man, when this thing drops, good luck. Evankar's just, nope, nothing. It's the only thing that kills it, Swirling Sandstorm, and we've got 2 main deck answers for that we're able to get to pretty evenly here and churn through some stuff and turn on Murasa. Yes, we're running all 4 because it's not really the life. Life's a nice side benefit, but it's nice when you go and pitch stuff and you want to get your mana right. Boom, Pulse. Oh, they killed your only guy. If you notice, we're only running 10 creatures, so mono black, the first game is an issue. That's why we're running recursion creatures like this, what do you call this? A Golgari Brownscale, and like the Penumbra Spider. And then, hey, we're going to turn them all on again and do stuff. That being said, our sideboard, yes, I have 4 Macabre, very nasty against Tron because of Pulse of Murasa. We can keep returning them back to our hand. 2 Tranquility, just as of this morning, I went 4-1 again with this list, but I had the Serene Heart in its place, and I ran up against nothing but Journey to Nowheres and Pestilence, and what's the Spider Silk Armor? So what do those all have in common? They are not auras, they're enchantments, and even some hexproof lists are running Dispel. Like Carves, I've lost to I think twice this week, and he runs Dispel main, or not main, in the sideboard. So sorcery is not to be denied there. We have 2 Wickerbough Elders. Again, Murasa playing double duty here. The obligatory. Actually, you know what? I haven't looked that word up in a long time. I shouldn't use it because I can't rattle off the definition. But the mandatory, I should say, Pyroblast and 3 Gorilla Shamans. One of my other losses was to a Tog, but that's just sometimes they've got the fling and everything like that. Whaler 99 in the house. Syscoms, Flash Gordon Deluxe. Yeah, Saturday stream was pretty cool. I think we went 4-1 on that. Pretty sure. It was close. Anyway, so that's the deck, guys. We're going to run right over here, and hopefully I can put my results where my mouth is, and we can do something with this thing. Like I said, I don't want to run into mono black, and other than that, I beat Elves twice, Zombies, Boros, Pestilence, Delver a lot. One of the only other losses, I think total of 4 losses. I have 2 4-1s and a 3-2. Unfortunately, I've beaten Delver a lot, but one of the just traditional all blue builds got me, and it wasn't so much they got me, it was just game 2 really screwed, game 3 really flooded, and of course Flame Jet and all the things that I prepared for didn't show up in time, and they had the snags at just the right amount of time and stuff. So yeah, and it's like, well, good luck having a ninja running into a 3-3 hexproof. Show me a deck that's going to be able to deal with that. Like I said, outside of the Swirling Sandstorm, which we run 2 of main, there's not much going on there. So I'm actually, even if this doesn't do good today, because it's usually due to me punting and streaming live, I'm probably running this on the challenge. That's how much I believe in it. Like I said, the 2 4-1s I got with it, they were just very clearly either like really bad draws, or one of them I had just woken up and I was like, you know, kind of like an old man with a newspaper in the 50s or whatever. It's like, that's me with Magic now. It's like I get up, grab a little coffee, and I want to play a game of Magic to wake my brain up. Unfortunately, sometimes I jump right in and I'm like, oh, screw it, I'll just play a tournament, and I'm not all the way up, and I definitely am lacking of the things of the coffee persuasion. So, and I think I beat the what do you call the jumping screen? We'll see. I think I fixed it. But so that Hex Beast, there's a hex proof. If somebody can look it up, that's a 3-3. Now this is a 3-3 if it's the only one out. And the majority of the time, I have to admit, you usually target itself and you just make it a 3-3 to get away from things like Evankar's Justice. But there are those times when you want to pile it up, pile it on, do all the stuff to make your guy hit really hard. Darn it! The screen is a-jumping. Okay, well, we'll do this over like this, and we'll go off to the races. Yes, I want to play first, and our mana kind of sucks here. I'm going to throw this back. I could pay a red, pitch, go from there, but I'm going to mulligan this. It's the first time this has ever happened. We have 20 lands. Throw this back. We'll keep this. We've got early removal. Not sure what we're up against, but in case it's a... ooh, that's tough. Yeah, I'll throw that on. No. Shoot. Let's, I'm going to throw that on bottom. I just want to trip my wilds. That's why I'm going to throw it on the bottom. Normally I love that card, but just want to keep this as smooth as possible in case we run right into a elf, and then our mana is pretty good. So double mulligans, not the best way to start a day, but we'll be all right. Primal Hunt Beast, that's the one, Chimsky. Thank you very much for that, my friend. Islands in the house. Down comes Delver. We're going to pop this for green. You only really need 1 green in game 1. There is 1 spider. That's the only thing that costs 2. So eventually you want to get to that 4th, but it's all good. This way we've got Day's Insurance if it shows up. And Murasa is already showing here. I'm just going to do this main phase. Stay out of any sort of shenanigans. We'll go from there. Anyway, yeah. All right, he's a little massacred, but Brainstorm's going to help that out. Speaking of brainstorms and ponders and such, there's that new green one in the set. Not the greatest thing, but hey, little baby steps, slowly pushing blue into other colors. I like it. No land, no land. Oh, he got a land. No fairy, no fairy. Oh, even better, he got a Delver. All right. Well, there's a Sandstorm we don't really need. But while we're tapped here, we're going to go grab our wilds. Go turn on, since unless he wants to daze that. This will buy us 2 turns of Delver. We'll be all right. Let's open up the graveyards here. And the Murasa does guarantee you almost against most decks that you're going to get to the mid game. So, hey, this looks like some sort of a Dimir Angler, which we're pretty good, well set against with the aforementioned Swirling Sandstorm main. Yeah, that's right, Nimchimsky. It's just a little bit more flexible. I'm so tempted not to run it because I like the artwork of the Primal Hunt Beast that much more, but there are scenarios where that does come down. So hopefully we can kill one or both of these really quickly here. Way slow start here, but this is going to help turn on our Sandstorm. Not that we're going to do much here, but we'll probably end up either killing the Brownscale or blocking with it and getting it back, helping out the threshold bonus here, and going from there. Of course, could be counter, but then we'll just bring it back. Opponent's got a nice quick start here. Got another Murasa. That's all right. We'll drop this. See what it's met with. Always interesting to try to counter a dredge mechanic. So buy us a few turns. Murasa will probably reset these 2 swings. Sacred Coconuts in the house. If you've been playing RDW, Pauperganda went 5-0 with the spicy list, playing 4 probes and 4 race. Wow. I'd like to see that. Send it to pauperganda@gmail.com. I'd like to check that list out. Hey, Gato Antonio, good to see you too. Sorry if I'm missing you in the chat, everybody. I just look over every once in a while. 2 cards in our opponent's hands. Let's see if we can stay alive. I want to... It's kind of hard to bait out a Swirling Sandstorm. Oh, he doesn't want that to turn on. Okay. Must not have any counter magic. It's either that or it's a huge punt. But, all right. I don't really want this second one. I'm going to save... He's not running Chittering Rats. I'm going to save this for that. I'm going to go grab the wilds at the end of turn. I don't want to put out my Guardian without my, you know what, the enchantment, which might be dredged up with this dude. We'll see. And keep in mind, if you Pulse of Murasa, your own Golgari Brownscale, which is a bit redundant, but it's an 8 life point swing, so that's good times. Alrighty, so here he comes. Let's see. He's coming on over for both. Alright, so we'll block here. Doink. And we're going to get that back, which will get us there. Alrighty. And let me rock with this. Go grab our wilds. See if he wants to get counter happy. He does. That's fine. It wasn't that big of a deal. Another Murasa. That's might not be counter happy at this stage. He's probably going to get a Dispel. But again, this is on their turn. He might be realizing that now. Like, wait a minute. Maybe it's worth it. Is it? Is it? We'll see. I really want it to resolve just because that Delver is going to make mincemeat out of us pretty quickly. Alright, well, if that goes down and we've got 1 spell, let's bring this back. Alrighty, we gain some life. I know this doesn't look like much yet. Give it a second. Let's play this out. And 1, 2, 3, 4. he's playing the this sort of, what would you call him, condescending sort of, not that this player is condescending, but in that style of removal. So I'm gonna try to, usually I might hold on to that if I had but we're up against it here. We've got to survive, and I want to pull this off because we have so many things that can kill this Delver. He's got quite a bit of mana. Oh, he's just coming in like this. He kind of sees the flaw inherent in the system. I've named it 4-color RDW. Says, all right. Yeah, Bojuka Bog's pretty good against us. But don't ever forget, you know, right now he doesn't need more mana. I can always target his own Dismal Backwater and just give him a land. 1 life's not going to do a big point swing here, but let's keep in mind we have gained quite a bit of life here. He's got 1 land here. It'd be really cool if we got some sort of a, you know, pitch spell to kill the Delver, and then we can wipe the board. Not that, but you know what? This might, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. I've got to sacrifice this just to withstand. Hopefully this gets the, are you kidding me comment from our opponent, and he takes us lightly in games 2 and 3 if there are games 2 and 3. But as it sits now, we're not going up against mountains, so I'm feeling all right. We're going to be able to maybe at least fear the double block here. Maybe should have wanted to attack there. big error. But yeah, one removal spell here, and we're toast because we can only block 1 of these things. So, but they have Shroud and a 3 backside. So, okay, so we're gonna block and block. He's probably wondering what's up here. We'll go to 5. This will be interesting. If they have counter magic, it's off to game 2. If not, I'll be all right. Hopefully. Come on, bolt or something. And this isn't gonna save us, so I'm gonna leave it go. All right, so that's cool. We'll kill this. If he's got counter magic, he's probably going to use it now. Nope. All right. Hopefully we don't run into something nastier. Counter magic. Going to nab us for 1. If he's got counter magic, we're dead. Oh, he doesn't. And maybe we can live now. So, 2 anglers down. If he drops another one, that's going to suck. All right. Draw undead. That's what we like. So, well, we need some life here, and I want to get out some Edict Insurance, so I'm just going to play this now. I'll play this next turn in my attempt at being more patient. At least we've got a little bit of a buffer zone there. We can get hit by Angler once. We've got 2 Firebolts in the yard. Trying to stabilize here. I just put this out just to try to really, you know, Disfigure is really useless against this deck, and I want to, this is going to be great later on. I'm going to just drop this now, but you can see how Disfigure and company, but the only thing that's really good against us is Edicts. And the Brownscale serves double duty, being able to just kind of turn stuff on. This is how quite a few of the games I've played go, where it feels like, okay, we lost game 1. It's like, no, we didn't. We're able to come back. Come roaring back. We had a clunky draw. Let's not forget. Let's pat this shoulder on the back when there's a draw that it drew horribly in those first 2 opening hands, which is very unlikely. Usually this has keeps and really good mana, but we drew into, what was it, a triple mulligan I think we took, double at least. So now any lands we've got, or that, I'll just turn into stuff. I'm fine pitching that so we can go get other stuff. We'll discard this and this. Now it gets really fun. This becomes a 6/6, and the next Swirling Sandstorm we play, nothing dies. And if he can't really do anything here, it's like hexproof without any of the investment. Wow, he buries a Deprive and a counterspell. We love that. Is he going to counter this? Probably. But hey, guess what? An enchantment that keeps coming back. Woohoo! It'll be back next turn to eat your next counterspell. So let's not get ahead of ourselves though. We're in a tight spot at 7 life. That would have made it a lot quicker, but oh well. Where is the decklist command? That thing never works. Here we are. Okay. Now he's got 4, 5, 6. Okay, so change of plans. We're going to have to bring this back to guarantee that we can keep this dude rolling. He might have a counterspell, and then we'll be up against it. We can always draw another one. Maybe he's got 2. He's got 2. It'll be a problem. We'll have to grab our spider. But again, the Murasa is going to help out a lot there. We've already got 2 Murasa. See how we always want another one? It's not so much. Right now it's for the life gain. But We just kind of want answers here. All right, there's that. I think I might run into this and risk a trade. We've got so much removal though, and we've got Firebolt in the yard. We have to bring this back. Okay. That does that. Now, I could attack. I think I'm just going to attack. If he blocks, casts, we could still do things. We could Firebolt now. We could Faithless Looting, but that's nah. You know, we haven't seen an elf in a while. Actually, might be a funny play to Elfless Loot right now. Or Elfless Loot. Or am I saying Faithless Loot? It's not Elfless. I have 4 elves. You know what? I've got enough recursion, and I would like to get this dude out of here. Natural. So I'm willing to trade this. He wants to use an edict on my Brownscale. That's fine. I'll just keep gaining some life slowly. All right. There's that. We'll bring this dude back. Now we're edict proof, unless he wants to counter it. All right. Here we are. Making for a pretty cool game already, though. Old Nemesis. Green versus black. Blue versus red. Tonight on TNT. Let's see what's going on. Think twice. Thought scour. And one other cool thing about 3/3s. There's so many 1/3s in the format. It's just like, boom, speed bump. All right, so he's definitely going the air route. Now we've got Firebolt in the yard, which I will use. He has 2/4. That's interesting. If he edicts now, I think he might have some counter magic here. I'm going to cancel that. I want to draw some answers. This is cool because I can go get a, actually, go and getting a land right now. If that flips, I'm screwed. So, if he has a counter, it's going to happen no matter what. I might as well try to build up some insurance as far as for edicts. Yes. Pretty sure he's got a counter. And if that flips, I think we're going to be dead. No. That's... All right, punt number 1. Chalk it up. I swore we had 5 left over. Now we are screwed if that flips. Darn, I was really hoping to get through a first game without a punt. It always seems to happen on that first game. 5. Son of a gun. I mean, at least I could have pitched that, grabbed with Faithless Looting or something, but okay, he does this to that. If this flips, it's scoop time. All right. Darn, darn, darn. All right, we really need a Pulse of Murasa here. Anything we draw, I am just going to Faithless Loot it. Well, not anything. As he sets up, let's see what he's going to show us. What's it going to be? A counter spell. That's not good. It's going to be able to counter anything we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But interesting. Okay. We'll be at 4. It's a very close match, even though we started really rocky and I've punted once. So let's see what we're going to get. I don't want to bring any of those back. Cancel that. All right. 1, 2, 3. He's probably going to counter this. I would. Okay, cancel that. And cancel that. Woo! Counter, counter, counter. Discard 2 cards. Well, that's interesting. Almost have it here. We know he's got a counter spell, so that blows. Let's see. We kill. I mean, we're not going to be able to win this one just because he's just going to counter it, unless he just like All we can hope for is like maybe he's got some end of turn, I don't know, Forbidden Alchemy, or he's just going to go nuts on everything and he's going to tap out. Come on, tap out. Nope. I'll try and kill him, but we're not going to be able to. Here comes the counter spell. But hey, that was really close. Not sure if that elf mistake, actually I would err that probably meant the difference there. So we will concede this one and we'll beat him the next two. I'll try my hardest. Loss, but definitely my fault there. All right. Pyroblast pretty good. I don't really like Faerie Macabre in this matchup. They've got Angler, they've got mana. Not going to get cutesy. Now, if they're running Exhume and stuff like that, I'll bring it in. So I want all 4 Pyroblasts. The Spider's good. We've seen, I want to keep my creature package kind of where it's at. Flame Jab's not going to be that great in this matchup. I'm going to lose that outside of an early Delver, but we've got so much smash and grab power. I'm going to lose 2 of the Arc Lightnings, and I think one of the Moldervine Cloaks. So I'm going to rock like this. We'll see. Not much enchantment to worry about. A lot of the little stuff will be all right. Like I said, sometimes you have Flame Jab early and you're flooded and they've got a fairy draw. It's cool. But tell you what, Arc Lightning, boy, I used to have 3 of those. I cut it by 1, but amazing card. I'm really surprised more people don't play this. 3 damage divided any way you want. So yeah, it was pretty cool. All right, let's kick some ass. I think we're going to still pull this off. Probably going to walk into a whole lot of dispels, but that's all right. Can't be more than I was running last week. 4 main, baby. All right. Well, this is a bit frustrating, isn't it? We've got Faithless Looting. It's not the fastest deck we're running up against, and we've got a counter spell. I think I'm going to keep this. Just there's not much to throw out. So these are kind of dead. That's kind of dead. Actually, I'm going to mulligan this. I know we have Faithless Looting, but I like this hand a lot better. So I think did we double or triple mulligan the first game? If you come back to 2-1, I'll give you my Twitch sub. You better be careful with that. I could tell you don't respect this deck. It will earn it, believe me. We will keep this top. Already. Boom, boom. All right. Believe me, I know you look at this thing, you're like, what is this? But you'll see. Before the day's out, especially against Boros. So what does Boros do against that? It's a 3/3 hexproof. You're not going to block it. You're not going to do much of anything with it. And here we are with this. I'll pretend we're a little mana hurt here. Bring this out. Save that for the counterspell. No quick study start off for you, sir. Ooh, are they mana screwed? I think they are. Stultify the mana at least. Got Jade next turn. Hopefully they go all out. Got to be careful. I mean, we've got... Don't want to guard it too much and sit there and wait till you've got protection, but just because, hey, edicts happen. All right, we have that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to hold on to my lightning bolt, knowing he's got 3/2 and 3/3 flyers, and we're just going to bump over that. It's not like he turns them into ninjas here. Well, this is interesting. We'll have Edict Insurance next turn, but I want to get this out while I can. As you can see, the roadblock of the format is going to only be able to block us once. We'll target itself and we'll pass the turn. Now watch he drop Swamp, Edict, and we'll be like, damn it! But as it sits now, we'll Ranger into another forest and hopefully draw the rest of our deck. Keep moving. Woohoo! He's off of swamps. Maybe we got correct in. So I like to overpay with red, 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 make him think like, and it's like, no, here, we'll play this crappy little spell first. And then we'll hit you with the big thing that you want to counter, right? Wink, wink. And even if they counter it, we got it next turn. I mean, if he's countering this, that's cool. If he doesn't, we're like drawing and thinning out our deck twice. Play this. Play this. Go grab a mountain. Believe me, you always want mountain. After you get to 2, you're fine. And now we're just going to hold on to the mountain because we don't have to worry about chittering rats. We'll rock like this. We've got blockers. What you got? Everything looking and sounding good, guys? Let me know. I'm assuming so. Haven't heard any outrage in the chat. Psychological warfare, says Nimchimsky. That is right. All right. Another Pyroblast would be nice. That's cool. I mean, we could go fetch that if we want to. That's just to keep attacking here. Might consider bolting that auger pretty soon. But you see, it's not all it's just a bad brainstorm at that point. Be nice if we could all right. Down maybe comes a swamp here, but again, we're going to have to see like double this figure before an edict helps. And we've got Murasa in the meantime if he wants to kill him. Aha, Syscoms. Thank you for that little fight. We'll see. We're going to I think we'll be all right. Thought Scour. Doomblade. What's that going to do? Spell doom for him, that's for sure. Maybe we should give him back an island. Do I bolt? Do I bolt? That's 3 turns if I bolt now. I want to bolt. All right. Now the onus is really on him. I'm going to keep these. Gosh. You know what? I'll have that out. We can bring back Firebolt right now, and I can trip and grab the wilds in a pinch with Murasa if I need to. Doubt that I'll need to, but we'll see. At this point, we might be aiming that Firebolt at his head. Do a little, I guess I'll let you have it this time. Yeah, says Deep House. Nice name. Ninja of the Deep House. I think we've got that commercial queued up for, yeah, the Hydroblast drunk history thing. Funny with YouTube and all its little shenanigans of copyrights, how it's letting some things go, but God, Key and Peele is long gone. I can't even like play like 4 seconds of those without them going, just, it's like, I'm not making any money here, guys. I'm just trying to make an entertaining show, and I'm only one guy with video editing, so. All right, there's the wilds. Going and getting his swamp. What's this? Alrighty. I'm gonna pitch this. I'll say green. Then I'm gonna go get it again with the Murasa here. Kind of trying, not so much that I need the life or the land, kind of trying to get these guys to tap. So I want to draw into a, yep, there we go, cool. Get counter happy, please. Turn on all my removal and card draw. Please counter this. Murasa is pretty intimidating. That's quite a few swings. 3. Hey, that's great. You're all tapped out on your turn. I love it. Go for it, buddy. You have your spell. Let's see what you're going to show us, too. We get to see a card, too. This is nuts. Mental note. All right. Very cool. So we're down aforementioned 6 life, but our opponent's tapped out 9 life. Good times. Could just attack with everything and Firebolt his dude, which would bring him to 5, then 4. Probably not worth 2 for 1-ing ourselves that way. Hey, this is cool. We got 2 of them now. So here's the deal. If this was just the 3/3 dude, you're just playing another 3/3. But I can choose to make that a 4/4 right now. I think that might be the play. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to keep it a 3/3. He might be running Justice, so thank you for that little fight. but I have punted, so we will choose our own dude. It's going to have answers next turn. This is like where you're backed up to, where you're feeling like, geez, I finally got my swamp. He's probably wants to kill 3 creatures and cast an angler, and he's only got 1 swamp. So I know what that feels like. Yeah, I think so too, Shiraz. You never want to discount the mass sweepers. And at this stage, you know, maybe he's got some weird tech. But like I said in the beginning of the show, the more often than not, you keep them 3/3s. But there are those scenarios where it's like, yeah, gotcha. Digging. I am so glad he cast Logic Knot when he did. But see, even if we lost this game, see how competitive this is. We're right there. They need it. Pull back out, but you would think on its surface this is kind of like doesn't stand a chance. But it's like it's just a ton of removal. If they're not playing creatures, you point it at their face. If they are, you clear the ground and you run at them. Wow, look at this. Okay. They playing ninjas? See, the only problem card, stuff you don't care, or the only thing you can target, stuff you don't care about. So now if I attack with everything, then he has to block. So this is where I attack with everything. Come on over. He's probably got to use his mana to kill something. He has to block with the Bolas here because of the threat of Firebolt in the yard. That's really good. He still has to block. And then we'll have Edict food still. So that's dead. So here we can Ranger. I'll grab a mountain and play it and Firebolt him, I'm thinking. Because I don't think he has enough creatures to put this through. Unless he's got Hydroblast. What's this? Thought Scour. Please be 2 awesome cards. Delver and that. Okay. Murasa really didn't show up. We had 1. Yeah. That's the thing like last week with 4 Dispel and now this week with 4 Murasa. You don't always have... what are the odds you're going to have all 4 in your opening hand? It just means when you brew like that, you want to see it early. With all this fetch lands and you know, cannon fodder and trying to keep things out of Edict room, you got to kind of roll that dice. So we will do this now because he's countered out. So he has to play like 3 creatures now to have a shot, and 2 of our guys are protected. He might have double Edict. Never know. Keep in mind how much burn we have, and we haven't seen really any of it. 3 minutes down though. Ah. All right, told you guys, have faith. Now, see how useless at that end stage having a Faerie Macabre would be. Even a relic, really. This burning time, just getting the Sandstorm math myself. Keeping in... almost always keeping in all 4 Murasas, even if we're going against a control deck or slow deck. It's just to keep the package rolling, to keep our threats out. It's not so much... the life's a nice drawback. That's pretty much it. Moldervine Cloak, I didn't really miss. We cut the 1. Just looking at this because we've got plenty of time here. Hempfoo! I like that name. Tranquility will do nothing. Wickerbough won't do much either. It's a 4/4 in a fight of 5/5s, and there's no enchantments we're really worried about. Yeah, I think we're boarded right here. So we're just going to do this. We've got 20 lands. We've got the Ranger. We've got mana fixing. We've got draw and Faithless Looting. It's like playing 6 of them. Good times. We're going to keep this. A weird hand. I like this hand against like Delver, but I hopefully kind of want him to have an early Delver here so we can do something. Come on, have it. Darn it. All right. I guess we're just going to have to sit and play the slow game here. Okay. I mean, with this hand, gosh, we can just double bolt a angler, but let's see what he does with these. A couple screds in this. Nah, screds I don't like because they're dead. I mean, angler's not that big of a problem so far with this style of list. So I got, you know, that's what the little dudes are for. You block them and you swing and win, or you just enchant the hell out of it or double burn it. Not that big of a deal. Definitely not worth uglifying the deck up with snow stuff and then stuffing in something against one. What I like about having red as a second color is if you are the aggro player and they're not on a bunch of creatures, you just point it to their face. And it's like having Doom Blades that do damage. I love that part of the red color chart. Beautiful. I even considered the protection from white flash dude. So I had a Murasa target for like, but then it was like, well, already the Jade Guardian's so good against Boros, and that's about the only deck I would bring it in against. So definitely it was getting a little too cutesy there for a bit. All right. Feel really good. I'm going to bring this out. I'll save the loot. What's he got here? More graveyard fixin'. I love when they do that and it's like double angler. It's like, have fun. You might have it here. No. Getting to kind of a critical mass here of cards. I think I might want to just zap them once to get our... So we're going to have to be drawing some stuff here. Alrighty. We'll play this. We'll drop this. So any combination of these kills kills Angler. That feels pretty good. But we don't really want to rip anything. We also want land, so we're just going to sit on that looting. Try to be more patient than our opponent, and maybe if we can slip that Guardian out, we'll be all right, in theory. But again, you know, going up against definitely like one of the top 5 decks, and we're right there. It's anybody's game right now, so hopefully I don't punt it away. Like I said, I think we're going to 3-2 or better today. I'm high off of a bunch of 4-1s with this thing. Anytime. He's probably doing the math too, where it's like, dang, if I play Delver or Angler now, he can kind of double shoot it. If you don't counter the Lightning Bolt, he just trips this and it's uncounterable. We are behind in time. Yeah, 9 minutes is all right. If it said 4, I'd be a little worried. There it is. So at the very end of turn, that's what I love about Seal of Fire. Right now, guys, it's uncounterable. If he counters this, that's fine. I'll just kill it next turn. If he doesn't counter it, we pop this. 1 for 1. Your best card for one of mine. Is that what's going down? Okay. Cool, cool. All right. Let's loot. Definitely don't want to pitch that. We can pitch this because we're going to go get it. We need a target in our yard. And we can get rid of this. Now I'm going to lightning bolt this. And we're already going to be at threshold here pretty soon. Boink. Little clunky. Onus is on them. We're at 20. We've got Murasa end of turn. Seen one counter spell. That's what we like. Now then, I'm tempted to do a we'll wait. We'll Murasa end of turn. That way if he sees counters the Guardian, we've got another Guardian behind it. I think they might be out of the woods. But no. Let's see what this is. Well, I might as well do it now while I've got an opening. Let's gain 6 life. I wish that could be a land. It'd be so nice to fix it right now, but oh well. Ha! 1 angler down. We draw into a land. We've got Sandstorm time. Sometimes these matchups too with the angler, they just go like, bleh. They have one of those puke turns where they throw out like 2 Delvers or like any combination of things, and then they sit and wait back for the counter wars to begin. That's what would be nice to have. I feel like we got a little bit of an insurance policy here. All right. What's this? Okay. And what's he going to show us? The Murasa to the Wilds. Yeah, baby. That's where it's at. Well, if I draw a land now, it might be fun to Swirling Sandstorm now. Get a 2-for-1. Probably a bad play. We are definitely probably going to see Pyroblast here. He's dug a lot of cards through there. Bolus to the Ponder. Ponder to who knows. Here we are. Oh, that's pretty. I'm going to bring out the Guardian. Nothing blue outside of Daze can counter that. It stops both these guys unless that flips. If that flips, that's fine. We keep counters on his side. It's a weird turn. If we had one more mana, okay. Mental Note is revealed. That's fine. Putting us 6 cards. That's a lot. But we've got Firebolt. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine. It'd be nice if we get the Ranger going here. All right. These are all gone. We're going to take 4. Put us at 22. Haha. Them Chimskis feeling this love. Let's hope we can pull this off. Oh, God. It would be so nice to have another. What's this? He has to have Pyroblast here. Come on. Yeah, I'll definitely 2-for-1 here. It's going to take Angler a long time with 4 Murasas to kill us. Chooses to not shuffle. That's scary. These are the kind of those all-in turns, though, that I was talking about. So if this is the case, Ponder, we were sent packing. It'd be kind of nice if it was a mountain, because if it's, which is the most probable thing, because then we can do that, drop a mountain, Firebolt. And actually, I think the correct play would be Firebolt, then the thing. Let's hope. Does he have it? He probably does. Nope. All right. Well, this suddenly turned around. Now, Faithless Looting, another nice target for it is the Brownscale. Pitch it and start gaining life, but we're still 5 life ahead, so. Oh! And let's not forget we've got another one, and we've taken care of 2 of the anglers. I don't know how often the angler lists run. I know they run some Hydroblasts, but I don't think they run all 4. I think it's just 2, which I don't understand. It's a fifth of the metagame, actually even higher than that if you factor in a lot of matchups. Let's see what he's got here. So next turn we're just going to... This is just the Sky Apparent here. I thought about running the cycling, what is it, Claws of Wirewood. Just 3 damage to each player and everything with flying, but we'll see. Alrighty, let's, you know what, I think he's going to try to counter looting before anything else. Okay. Well, I can redraw that next turn and gain life. And, we'll do that. I'll drop here. Try this. This is going to buy a counter. Or not. We'll see. Here comes the counter. But we've got plenty more behind that. In fact, if I draw another land, I can double blast that thing. But let's... No joking around. This is going to be close. Here comes 6. A little Murasa reset. We don't want Angler. Hopefully that's 2 life. 2 gets us 15. That's 3. The math will work out there. I'll cancel that for now. We like this. Zap attack. Is it enough? He's got 2, 4, 6. I will play this because if he counters it, that's fine. If he edicts it, that's fine. He'll need another land and he'll be tapped out. It's probably just a condescend for 1 or something. Hey, a hard counter. All right. Now we need Murasa to show up. He's technically hitting us for 1 a turn if we keep bringing back our Brownscale, which I don't think is the play. I think we draw and see what we get. Because we have a lot of things that can kill that in conjunction with a Firebolt. Fortunately, cancel that. Well, that's nice. At least we have our own counter. This is rough. The correct play, I believe, is to not draw the Brownscale. Okay, that's not going to win the game. Down goes an Angler. Haha! And a Bolus. That's great. Enjoy your land. Hey, bro, on the minigame, we cap up. That's right. Things are rough. All right, here we are. We'll try to kill that next turn. We have our own little counter magic. We'll cancel that. Kind of what I wanted. And we can... we can't double Firebolt, can we? Well, we can try. Not many turns left if this doesn't work out and Murasa doesn't show up. Okay, there's a hard counter. How many is that? Hoorah! Okay, we need to kill that and that. I can bring that back, go to 6, and then I like that play. And then we'll let's go to 6. Okay, we gain 2 life. Then we'll loot. Awesome. We'll discard this. Frustrating. Murasa's in the house. That's good. Ay, ay, ay. Haha, Nimjimsky, yeah. That's what our Pyroblast is for. We've got 4 minutes. I have to keep Pulse of Murasa. We have discarded that. Oh, boy. Actually, do we? Maybe we get rid of this, seal the Delver. If it gets countered, we have something. I hate to say it, I think we do this. Okay. I know, I think the Pulse is the way to lose slower. I think this is the way to win the game. That flips, we can blast it. And save the Scavenger for... he's got an Edict. Okay. So we're going to blast this now. If he counters it, we'll flame it. And then we've got enough to kill something. We know he has an Edict. And we can bring our Golgari Brownscale back. And do we have any more? We don't. We'll bring this back. Gain life. 3, 4, 5. Firebolt this. We've got 2 turns to try to kill this thing. If it goes through, we trip this and we're good to go. And we're back in it. 3 minutes left. I've got to shut up. The Pulse there doesn't win us the game though, guys. Now we turn on our Edict food. And wait. Been a fun first game. Hey, at least it's not teachings. Interesting conundrum. He kills it. We start gaining life. Funny, all this dredging, and there's still like twice as many cards up as we are. So, all right, we'll go like this. I'm just going to save that for maximum power on our... I've only got one more looting, so I don't want to spend too much investment on the wild logic here, but we'll see. Okay, we've got a Firebolt in the yard. That's when you wish we didn't get rid of Flame Jab, right? Pop, pop, pop. Light 'em up. Alrighty. Let's see what we can do here. Does he have a counter? Ooh, I wish I had Flame Jab still. 3. No. Okay. I'm gonna go get less land. Of course, with my luck, that means we're gonna draw more. I think we rock like this. Here we are. Don't flip. Yes. Double Delver. Hey, where's our other Swirling Sandstorm? Wouldn't that be funny? It ends up killing 2 Delvers. Gotta be something. Well, that's not the greatest. Put the Fear of God in him a little bit, but not much. Hopefully he tries to kill the Brownscale, and it doesn't, and they don't flip. There's not many scenarios here. That's fine. So that dies. We'll get it back. That'll come back. See, both these things, it's like normally you're out, but so if either of these flip, we're dead, guys. See how razor thin it is, though. We're a little bit flooded even after having pulled stuff out. Yep, we're dead. All right. Well, that's a little depressing. We end up with a right out of the gates with a loss. We're just going to jump right into the next one. I mean, we've got all this mana fixing. We're drawing, and we're still drawing land. It happens. I ain't bummed out. I think we'll win out. Hopefully, even with those clunky, let's not forget we triple mulligan, and then each game we had, I think, like a mulligan or two. So, yeah, thank you for that, Nimchimsky. Somebody's got to win, right? Yeah, and I'm not quite sure. I'll have to look at the replay. I'm pretty sure we could have won that first one if minus that punt. I would like, my ego would like to think like, oh, it didn't matter, but I think bringing that Ranger back would have supplied just enough mana for the Murasa to be kind of a thing, and then boom. But yeah, this I was thinking to myself, this deck, if it doesn't do well today, it's almost a good thing for me because nobody will see it coming on Sunday, hopefully. I was really torn about showing it because it's been doing really well. But we all know how Twitch goes, right? All right, new clock, new opponent, new hand. We like it. We'll keep a little flooded, but we'll try to help that out. Give us some stuff as long as it's not mono black, because problem with mono black is mostly Gary and Chittering Rats, because you want to hold on to your land so that you can Faithless Looting, but if they get you in rat lock, you're screwed. All right, we're going to do this just to prevent quick starts and make them think, oh, they're going to bolt whatever I bring out. If you're going to favor one, looks like we're going up against Delver Red, which is fine. We've got lots of answers for that. This is like one of the best cards against Delver. If I need to explain it, go away. All right, here we go. We'll go grab. I mean, look at this hand against Delver. Maybe the mana gods felt bad about making us triple mulligan with a deck that's prepared not to. I always click on them just in case. Here we are. Deep House. Don't worry, my friends. I think we'll 3-2 or better today. I'm confident. Ask Little Fight. This, just like the Simic Death Touch, has been a pet deck of mine for probably a decade. I've got maybe 40 versions of it. This is by far the best, not even metagame dependent, just cards available, the focus. And I was just telling my wife over Pillow Talk last night, isn't this nerdy that I talk about Pauper with her, even though she kind of rolls her eyes and probably thinks like, oh God, here we go. I was just telling her how amazing it is to take time away from a deck. Like with Death Touch, it was like I was gone for months, come back and I'm like, what was I thinking with X, Y, and Z? Just make them this, boom, more consistent, bam. All of a sudden, you know, 4/1s, and then it, what was it, a 5/1 in the challenge or whatever. Does great. Same thing with this. I was UG was I wasn't feeling it. I was like, I gotta revisit the old list, and I came up upon this, and there were 3 or 4 cards. I'm just like, what the hell was I thinking with this? Let's do this. And then all of a sudden it just starts winning like crazy. So must be love. Talking about Pauper with your wife in bed, says Nimchimsky. At least it's one directional love, right? All right, what is this, tribe? Ooh, okay. Looks like we're going up against tribe. I have not faced tribe with this. Sure makes me want to seal a fire. It's like, good night, tribe. After they do all their things and you try to kill it and they counter outside of Apostle's Blessing, and then they've got to have tripped. It's a pretty thin window, because then they have to have tripped inside out. All these things have to go the right way. And I think I will just hold that guy back, because then he has to call pro green. All kinds of little stuff. Let's see. So this isn't Delver. This isn't the best hand to have this up against. And I'm going to wait 1 turn on the Spider. If he's just got the nuts, I want to be able to have options. Right now he's got to get past the Ranger, the Seal, the Jet, and a Bolt. That's a lot to ask if he tries to go off here. Similar thing happens next turn, and I'll be all right. Let's see what he shows us. But yeah, I've never faced tribe with this. That's not going to help. All right. That's true, Sacred Coconut. It's kind of like a quicksand almost. Yeah. I'm going to jet this now. Go see my options before he can pitch any crap away. Either draws a counter out now, or he's got to start nullifying his cards. He gushes. All right. Don't forget the 2 damage will be on there, so if he does have any sort of flip shenanigans. 2 damage goes through. Pulse of Murasa. That's another good one. I'll say bottom, top. That'll throw the math off. One thing tribe hates is life gain. I mean, you could say that about almost any deck, right? He's already done that to us, so we'll go like this. Let's see here. We'll save that. Penumbra Spider. Circular Logic hits. It's okay. Got a Murasa target now. See, I plan for these things. I kind of know what I'm doing. It's on his turn too. We like that. Tempted to play Scar. Maybe if I was running a enchantment package, that'd be pretty cool. All right. Yeah, we'll take that all day. How frustrating is Flame Jab going to be here? It's going to cost him a card every time. Well, it's going to cost us a card every time, but this thing happens. These things happen. Okay, we're good at mana. And we can double Murasa. Little does he know we got twice as much life. I think he probed us before we drew into the first Murasa. Now we've got 2. All day long, I'll do this. Cost him a card. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll go get the Spider. That kind of sucks. Of course, he can only make one kind of go Nova, so. Let's grab the spider. Hell, maybe we should grab both of them. If he counters this, we can. Here comes the other one. Okay. Let's grab the spider, I said. Bum, 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 bum. Alright. Boy, he really doesn't want that to resolve, does he? Okay, it doesn't. I didn't know the spider was so good against tribe. Well, alright. Kinda sucks keeping our life down. That's aggro play, but I think the correct one. Keeping these guys in it. I mean, we're taking a bolt a turn. That kind of sucks. Alright. We'll loot. We will trip. We will loot. Hey, that's going to be fun next turn. We will lose this and this. Don't think he's going to see that coming. He's going to need a double-barreled shotgun there. Let's see. He's halfway through his deck, though. We've only seen one circular logic, so we can't really lean on it too heavily. But it's nice that if he's going to have to like double discard to make those things work. And who sees that coming, right? He's probably got just a handful of combo pieces. Okay. Drop this now. Probably a circular logic in tow. Gush maybe into a circular logic? Yeah, it's probably more like it. I think he's just going to be able to whittle us down here. Well, this is interesting. The only reason he'd do this is he's trying to draw into a circular logic. Ah, boy. Frustrating. I can pop it. Yeah, Sacred Coconut, I think so, but I'm just curious what the play here is. If I pop it now, yeah, if I pop it now, he can technically keep it alive and then draw the card and still have a guy. So, yeah, we got to wait on this. Just hope for no circular. Brainstorm. Gosh darn it, another one. He's got to find it by now. He's more than halfway through his deck. Yeah, he's got a lot of discarding to do. Does it work? Or he might just be trying to save one of them. Okay. Saving one of them. Well, that feels a little bit better. We're still not out of the woods. I'm going to save the forest. Can I get a list on this guy if anybody doesn't mind? That'd be nice. Boy, that guy's just spitting out tribes. Man, I want these. Maybe countering those Murasas was pretty awesome. This will go a long way. I'll at least eat a card every turn. If he counters it, we'll get it back. He's probably just scratching his head like, what is this guy playing? And we could just deck him too. Only got one more tribe after this. Yeah, I'd appreciate if anybody could find a deck list, see what we're going to have to face game 2. Gush. Oh, that's an interesting play. Okay. Three cards left to combo off with. We can't counter. Definitely not their first rodeo, the way they're playing with that shadow play. It's a nice play. Come on, Murasa. My goodness. Or another Sandstorm. That'd be hilarious. That's really good. Well, if he had a counter, I think he would have used it there. We might just be dead to Walking Tribe tirelessly hitting us. We have 2 Murasas in our yard. We've still got 2 more. I mean, it represents 12 life. I am not a fan of this. I think I'm going to bolt my own dude. That's a mistake. We'll let this go. All right. So only got, what, 1 more of those left? Yeah. There's 3 in his yard. Gotta watch my time a little bit here. Okay. Hey, that's kind of lame right now. But I'll throw it on there. At least it'll represent death to one of the guys. He can't just keep running into him. This at least represents a move it or lose it sort of thing. Seal is like the quicksand that hits to the face. I like it. Probably just a handful of combo pieces. Son of a bitch. Now we really need... That last Shadow Rift shows up. Okay. Okay. Well, this will be fun. Let's see where his cards are falling now. I'll keep this nice and low. Five cards left. Man, we need Murasa so bad. Who would have thought against Tribe that would be the thing that we want the most? But that or a dead Brownscale. But we will try. And we'll block here. I think it's bolt time. Try to at least instigate some sort of technology. Okay. We're down to 2. That dude will die. We need a creature, and he's probably holding a guy. This is a really good creature to draw, but it's probably going to walk into a circular logic, I would assume. If this isn't logic, this might be a game for us, but I'm pretty sure he's got logic. Yep. There it is. Yeah, we're going to lose to Tribe. Yeah, I could kill, shoot one now. No, cancel that. Darn it. Yeah, we don't even have a card to really bluff with here. Weirdest way to lose to Tribe. Global Hunter. That was very close. I think so too, but yeah, had that Guardian hit, that would have been game for us. We got plenty of life. Just those shadow plays were really key. Really nicely done. I just wish he had to regenerate. That would be nice if this was the way to rock that, but oh well. Oh, like this. Hopefully they misplay here. Boink. Circular logic right when they need it. Boink. And looks like we're going to put a big old L at the first column there, but that's all right. At least we were killed like a gentleman. Just bink. Here comes one. And Brownscale, with all its life shenanigans, sits there in the shadow realm having nightmares and such. Pyroblast comes all in. Seal's awesome. This awesome, awesome. Pretty awesome. Okay. Yeah. Brownscale, good blocker. Sandstorm's nice. This is actually really nice to divvy up damage, but if I'm going to lose something, I think Arc Lightning might be it. Now I need, we're not really working with, I'll take out one cloak. I still need to lose one more thing. Jab's interesting. I don't know if I really want to see it that much. It's because we're trading our card for theirs. They could have, they could be bringing in, you know, it would seem kind of silly, but they might actually bring in something like Standard Bearer. So, yeah, I think you're right there, Shiraz. I think I'm going to rock Firebolt, and we'll go from here. Let's do this, man. Hey, we can go 0-5 today, and I will stand firmly behind this deck because I love it. It's great. We've got Sandstorm, but we don't have much else. If we pitch that, we don't have much else there too, but we have a lot of early removal. I'm going to slow roll this a little bit, and drop Seal, and then I'll worry about looting. Seal's like a kind of a must counter for them. Now they can end up turn Pyroblast. There's that option. But again, it's just they're paying a blue to get bolted in the head. No, Gobo Hunter, I try to change it up every week, even if I'm running hot with a list. I just, for the sake of the show and being entertaining, I try my best to not get too repetitive. That's right. And we've got a few ways to draw that. Got 20. Come on, Forest, just be nice to us. There we go. Go get a red. And we're off to see what we can see. Nice to have a alternate color too, so we can have, not that we have really red creatures, but all our damage is red base, so down comes the plains. Boom! Down comes the tribe. Okay. We have the seal out. We have this out. I will loot. We don't really need much more mana. Cool, cool, cool. I'll throw these away. We can go get them with Murasa. Sit back and hope we can live. Don't really have to worry at this early of a stage. Sorry to be tardy to the party. How are we doing? We're down a game. We lost a really neat, really close one to Angler Delver, but like I said, I'm all about this list. And block this all day long. Keep costing them. I don't believe in attacking with tribe unless you've got it, but hey, he got us last game, so that should be that. So we're already blocking this. Let's make him lose another card, and we'll go look for 2. Keep him on the old defensive. Yeah, super fun close games. Even the last one came down to 1 counter spell, so that's good times. Let's see. We don't really need that. Don't want to draw that. That'll go there. That'll go there. There's the bottom. Boop. Okay. Opponent has 4 cards. 3 cards. Here comes the one. We still have that. And we will, do this on his turn, maybe, I'm thinking. Yeah, we'll go grab the Ranger again. He's floating it. Boy, he does not like Murasa. It seemed to do the trick last time, didn't it? All right. By the way, why don't you play some Bounce Land? Seems really good with the Looting and Flame Jab. Oh, we got a few. I experimented, believe me. This is probably the 40th iteration of this deck. I guess the short answer is those opening hands when you've got a Bounce Land and that's all you've got. That's when I just can't stand it. Well, we're getting really close to the math. Bolt here, put him at 4 cards. Fill up our yard. We can always trip the seal to do the extra if he wants to do anything here. Just trying to keep that hand minimized. Okay, down it goes. Interesting. Must have a very good hand for that to be the case. We'll play this. Okay, yeah, we want to play that. We're going to go grab a forest. Now I think we Faithless Loot here. We've got a blocker and that. He's at 2. I don't think it's being too reckless here. We'll get rid of this and this. Threshold is achieved. Hopefully they tap out or do something. Be nice to be able to maybe bait a Murasa or something else to try to fish out that last counter, but at this stage we've got to kind of assume that they're on circular logic. Down he comes. Okay, especially if they show us one. Let's see. Ponder. God, I hope he ponders right now. Ponder. No. Actually, Swirling's not that good. I mean, they just discard twice. But hey, it's 2 cards they didn't have before, right? Oh, to do it now or then. Ay, ay, ay. Jade Guardian now? Yeah, I'll wait on the Sandstorm. I don't want to get nibbled apart again. Counters it. That's one less counter down, and then our Swirling might turn on all the more. Plus, it'll give us more Murasa bait. There's the one. Excuse me, I had something in my teeth. No, that's rude. Sorry about that. All right, 1 logic down, 3 to go. Ponder shows up. We'll dismiss this. Feeling great despite our slow start. Chose to not shuffle. Okay. He's finally learning. You don't attack with the tribe every turn. It costs you a card every turn. That's pretty cool. All right. I think I'll end of turn Magma Jet. That gets countered. I'll Pulse. A lot of good stuff. Pulse of Murasa saved my butt a few times against like Delver Fiend and stuff. They just do the math wrong. The best is against Affinity, and they overfling. If that's a verb. I just love that play. It's like bam, take that. Okay, we'll take it, and we will shoot this. Custom a card. What you got? Let us draw a card. Dispel. Okay. Let's go grab our Guardian. Dispel. All right. Make him lose a card here. One tribe's in the yard. Okay, he's discarding that to that. So that'll be a 1/5, so we can still trip the Sandstorm, and we're probably going to be able to get away with stuff here. I'm going to try not to do that, though. 2 cards left in hand. We'll try it. He's got another one. It's okay. We can still block. Guy's got... Our dude lives too. Look at that. I was considering the seal in response, but any sort of trickery there, and we're kind of a dead duck. So he's at 2 cards. This is fine. We're at 24 life. All right, doing this on our turn. We'll grab the Guardian. He's like, Jesus, how many of these does this guy have? On my turn, yes. Don't want to turn on your shenanigans. Come on, you got to be out of counter spells right now. All right, that's more like it. Cool. Got to watch my time. I've only got 10 minutes to beat him twice, so I'm going to try to shut up a little bit here. Echoing Truth. Okay. Might have considered that on the seal, but it is a great card. Let's see what he's going to show us. Blue's not a very private color anymore, is it? Probably the one thing we don't want to see him do, which is Gush. He knows what's in our hand. Brainstorming, probably looking for a Circular Logic. I don't know if Jade Guardian is that important to block, but it does represent kind of a wall that he can't get past unless, can't even shadow it. He can shadow his own guys, but yeah, I'll block that every day of the week. He's got 4 cards in hand. Okay. Again, I could do that in response, but I know what a Pain, a Seal, or a Quicksand is against that deck. They kind of have to have their own shenanigan answers. Grab the Ranger again. I think that might be kind of funny. Yeah, we'll try for... He doesn't know what we drew. We'll see if he's got a Circular Logic on his turn. Nope. Okay. Well, that's enough of being attacked. Do we have our... no, that was last game. Ugh, this is all running together. Another Pulse. That's right. When don't you want to see that? Just get rid of that. You gain 6 life. Just look the other thing it does. It's awesome. Ponder. Ooh, boy, do I need a bathroom break. That clock is working on 2 fronts. My bladder's the other one. Okay, come on. You gonna bounce it? Didn't think so. Here's another one. Again, I'm just gonna keep this him. Okay. Now I can attack. 4/4 is not that good just because of the 1/3 bodies. Toyed with the idea of like a Spore Frog, Moment's Peace sort of thing, but it's got so much spot removal. I just thought that was kind of folly if that went down. Where are our Pyroblasts? Well, that's going to be a bit of a problem. I think he's running a Darkest Mages list here. And he's got a blocker, we got blockers. We got Resetter. 2, 3. Try to keep up with them. I have a Gruul deck almost keeping up for the card advantage for the other deck. That's pretty funny. Boom. In our exile, we've got 2 more lootings showing up, so I think I'm gonna go for it here on these. 1, 2, 3 pulses. He can. It's all right. I'm willing to do a little double trade block here if he wants to. Here's the one. Okay. There are scenarios here where this would really blow if you had like another Echoing Truth or something, so. Let's see. Yeah, Swirling Sandstorm doesn't even work with that, so it's alright. What we want is our nice enchantment to come up here. Kinda liking that play. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. That gets you more. Come over for 3. Yeah, I gotta watch my time. Heck, if I was real ballsy, I'd come over for 6, but I want to keep 1 Guardian back. Kinda have dead cards here. I'm gonna start kind of making them fear a little bit of the direct damage here. Dispel that. 32 to 9 is a different ball game. We'll see. I think I'm going to have to use the restroom in our sideboarding game 3 if I get there. I'm still learning with the deck too. I mean, I've played variations of this, but this exact 75 new to me today, so there's that. But outside of 1 punt in the first game, I think we're doing all right. Nail-biting match, that's for sure. Anybody, well, he's got it at any given second. 7 cards in hand and a tribe out. Never discount that. But it's pretty hard to get past a hexproof 3/3. Guardian of the Guild Pack's a nice way to start it. But if we draw into our either enchantment or just other creatures, actually anything other than land. With land, we've got the option of the 2 more Faithless Lootings, which is like having 4. So we're probably going to be able to keep up here. Let's see. Circular Logic 1, 2. He's halfway through his counter package. He will be taking 2 a turn. He might just be kind of going in that route now. But even inside out tricks don't really work against us. Wow. Okay. Just to thin it out, I'm going to go get 1 last land, and then I'm going to hold these back to just... Alright, we only have 3 lands left and 32 cards. Insert rant now. Because I tell you what, if we draw like 2 lands in a row, I might go on tilt. You saw that. We have 3 lands left and 32. I respect Tribe too much to swing with both with 7 up. Gush probably in hand. Counter Magic. Giga Drowse does it. Echoing Truth does it. I mean, Giga Drowse doesn't do it, but something like Echoing Truth, which he's already got 1 through. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I guess it'll at least cost him a card here. But yeah, we might lose right here if he's probably just got the Shadow Tech here. 2 Echoing Truths. I didn't expect that. Usually they run one, but maybe that'll be the difference. It probably is. I would bet on them having it because, you know, they've only got 20 cards left. But I want to see what I'm going to drop. Man, my bladder's killing me. I'm telling you, we're going to have 3-2 or better. We're probably going to lose this one, so that means we got to win out. But I think we will. Okay, that's cool. 7 minutes left. Okay, there's one of the lands we did not want to draw. Thank you very much for that, Magic. Appreciated so much. 2 lands left in our deck. Oh, no, there's not. I'm miscounting that a little bit. Okay, they're loading up. I know, Nimchimsky, you said it. My bladder. It's like either I have a sore throat or I have to go to the bathroom too much. It's like I'll choose the other. I'm going to think for a long time on this next one. I almost can't hold it anymore. Let's see what I draw. And I'm going to go to the bathroom. All right, here we go. We'll drop this. Little insurance policy. That long wait might have made him think like, oh, he's got like really good stuff on behind that. So, and we don't. We're just gonna rock like this. Man, 6 minutes. I think we're gonna lose on time if we can't do it, guys. Now, I think we're out of Echoing Truth Realm. Shadow Rift count in. Oh, he's got enough. Boy, if we could just turn on our Faithless Looting. It's fine even if it gets countered. It's like, here we go. Just start pitching spells. How many Murasas? 3 in our yard? 4 in our yard. Okay. We're out of life. Help. Prostate, says Jimsy. No. Just sheer vast amounts of too many liquids. Here goes another. All right, I'm back, baby. Heck with that. Maybe we'll time him out. He's got more thinking to do, right? There we go. That's fine. I really want our enchantment. Interesting. Okay. Okay. There's no pecking here. Good God. MTG, why have you forsaken me? We saw how many lands I had left. This is outrageous. I think we have like 1 land left out of 28 cards to go. Come on, something. All right, that's all right. Heck, maybe we can inside out combo. Yeah, that thing never works. Darn score, robot, record. It's always wrong or it just doesn't work. Okay. Hey, maybe we'll just deck him here. Volus, all right. I don't want them to know our woes. Make them live in fear. Look at all this. How many cards are in my hand? I'll counter a probe. How you like that? Okay, all right, you got enough fodder to make that work? Gotta let one of these go at some point. Bottom, top. Good Lord, I'm going to want to draw that next turn. Wow. Okay. Sure, let's do that. Teach him to attack with that Guardian. I mean, we've almost got lethal. Technically, may have wanted to point that at his dome. Sure, like this. Yeah, let's keep that in mind. Nah. You think so? I think you probably would have had a counter. All those dispels, circular logic. He's only got 14 cards left. I guess we'll see. Knowing this is coming next, all I wanted was another turn. Discard, discard. La. Now we'll see if we got him. This will ask for the circular logic at least. Then I can flash it back, and then I can bolt. Or we can do this. There, all right. 4 minutes to beat this guy. Yikes. He's not doing that great on time either, though. Oh, thank you for that, Waltz Mark. Could have been a little bit better. I just wanted that 10 seconds later. I knew I was drawing into Faithless Looting, and I knew we could either double flash it back, and we were definitely going to have like insurmountable burn. So I didn't want to leave myself naked on his attack phase with that many cards. So I don't know. I don't think that was a punt. I know that first one in game 1 was, but man, oh man, oh man. All right, guys, let's see. Thank you, SRS Business. I hope so. I don't think we have time for Moldervine Cloak in this matchup. Of course, that could speed things up awfully quick, too. We've got everything we want early. Pulse of Murasa keeps us in it. Let me lose a cloak and bring in the Firebolt. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. I just kind of want to stretch a little bit. Gosh, can we face burn, please? Man, almost 2 hours in and we're not even 2 matches in. Sorry about that. Hopefully it's good TV or whatever you want to call it. Let's go. I think I might just respect Tribe too much. This is a really good first hand. We'll keep. Talk about a fast hand. We might be able to race him here. Going to have to F6 Liberty a little bit here. He's at 5. I think I could time this guy out. They have a lot more thinking to do. This isn't that slouchy of a deck, though, mentally, though. You've got quite a bit of sequencing to run through and such, so I'm going to loot right away. We will discard this and this. Let's go. There's Bullets. Okay. Inside Out shows up. Grab this. Okay. Go 1 and 1 here. You come on over and attack. That's fine with me. No trap, no trap, no trap. Alright. We'll drop this. We'll attack. We'll end of turn Murasa. Hopefully that's the way of it. Jade Guardian. Gonna wait a little bit on that. It's another Murasa. Let's rock with this. Going to probably bolt. End of turn. Could just probably keep this right for his head. Okay. I'm gonna bolt there. Murasa back this. Jade. This is going to turn into the burning game if he doesn't find a tribe soon. Even if he does. Alright. We're at 30, he's at 18. He's up on time though. Let's see what we can see. Let's keep the graveyard down. Force counters now. It's on him. Okay, there's damage. Or no, he paid it, right? Cool. Alright, well, this is looking good. 2, 3, 4. I'll pay this 5. What am I doing? Cancel. Fine. I'll go like this. I don't know why it's not letting me undo. We'll see. That's fine. I think this is going to be 1 through direct damage. Okay. Easier to spell now, sucker. Let's get rid of this and this, and we'll pass the turn. Don't want a double block option here. Let's see if he counters it. Okay. Hard circular logic. That's fine. I actually want to try eating up a bit of his clock. If he blocks, that's fine. I kind of want to exchange in a you attack, I attack war. I doubt he's going to fall for it, but Set a precedent at least. Got a Firebolt. Does he got another one? Play this. We're done with lands. Yay. Almost just as quick to pass the turn and attack, and then he has to block still. Try echoing truthing that, sucker. Yeah. Ooh, nice play. Okay. Trippy. Yeah, it's their turn to draw lands. Well said. I agree. Well, that blows. That's great. Boink. Time. My favorite way to win. Probably doesn't do anything good for your blood pressure. Ugh. So we're 1-1. Alrighty. Gotta do my little magic stretches. Let's go. Whack! Right into the next one. Come on, burn. Something decent. Haven't even taken our first commercial break yet. What a match, says SRS Business. I hope so. I think I'd say we have 1.5 punts. The first one was definitely. The second one, I was kind of going for inevitability due to just knowing that we were going to have Faithless Looting ×2. So that's like drawing 5 cards, including our draw. So thank you, Shiraz. Glad to see everybody's enjoying the... It's weird. I'm a little off that way when people are... When things go long, I think it's just that impatience in me. I think it's bad. It's like I like to just see train wrecks, like people get run over or whatever. So thank you for that. 2 cats, 1 pug. Very cool. All right, here we go. Whew. Alrighty. Oh, darn it. But that darn screen is still coming back all the time, isn't it? Here we go. Gotta play what you like. That usually helps you play a little bit better here. All right. Well, we've got... Boy, oh boy. I could throw this in the yard. We're on the draw. I'm going to keep. Very interesting, our chancy keep, but if it's aggro, we kind of have a reset clock here. We've got Murasa. We've got our little reset cards. We're on the draw, and we'll be able to pitch something. So very strange being on Twitch today. I've had nothing but like 2 and 3 land hands almost every time I played it in my other leagues. And now it's like, this is when it screws up. I knew it would. I just knew it was. Thank you, AC7 Sick Meow 72. God, you guys, you got to get better names. No offense. My goodness. It's like 30 syllables and 5 minutes to pronounce some of these things. Which cracks me up because I'm always, whenever I chime in or share somebody's feed, they're like, you see them go like this. They go, oh, thank you, Pauperganda. And it's like, come on. It's not even spelled funky. That's what it says. It drives me nuts. That's probably the thing I'm happiest with the whole project is that damn name and for it to get butchered. Oh. All right. Well, we're winning on time. I think this guy is a Twitch killer. Maybe he's firing up his PC to ghost me on some other channel. Pulling a green printy. Let's see. All right. Here we are. We've already faced and lost to this style once. Let's see if we can do it again. Throw this out. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Okay. Don't need that. And I can get this later. We're still not screwed yet, but we're getting close. Time him out. It's pretty early, Ninchimsky, but I like your spirit. I'm going to punch myself out if we don't draw land here soon. This is outrageous. Come on, just give us a forest and it's off to the races. Cancel. All right, well, I'll take that. Cycle this. Grab a forest. Play it. Set it up. Here we go. He's like, what on earth am I playing against? Is it teachings? Anybody? I'll say cancel on that. We'll throw this dude out. I doubt this will be met with counter magic. It's actually a pretty good play if it is. Okay, I'll say yes. I like, since they don't see our hand, they just assume like, oh, we got plenty of land. It's like, oh, that was kind of a crucial thing if he would have nipped us there. So, it's all right. We've got quite a few end of turn plays here too, especially with the Murasas and such. That Penumbra is a pretty nice big target. That's great. Wonderful. Except it turns on his edicts. But we've got another Ranger next turn, so that's all right. Is this really teachings? That's going to suck. Let's get rid of this guy. At least maybe draw another counter. Probe. Interesting. He's going to be able to kick it pretty soon too. Cancel that. Bring this out. Let's let him have fun with all his disfigures. These are so fun to chain together. Yes, we're going to go get a forest. Probably the last one of the game that we're going to draw naturally. And we'll go get another one. Woo! And it gives that illusion of like Shrivel or Electrickery being good against this deck. They just see this and they're like, damn it. Like, that's a lot of value. What's this? Echoing, probably? Nope. Okay, that's great. Man, it's taking cards away. That's wonderful. Yes. Have fun with your disfigure there. Guess you got to use it on something. It's not very good against the rest of the deck. This is Probe. Don't think Sandstorm's going to be that good against us, but if this is Moldrifter, we've got it hammered. If it's Probe, we'll discard. I'm not quite sure what we'll discard. A little worried about stuff. We'll cancel that. All right. Got a mana to discard. Got end of turn Murasa shenanigans. I'll be all right. We know he's got probe and he's just wanting us to do something here. And so it's like, haha, we're not going to do anything. Time walk yourself and take one. Stay sharp, Systems. Thank you for the pointers. I appreciate that. And I do mean it. So we're looking for some sort of a Undying Evil trick here, and we can at least Magma Jet it. Or not. That's fine too. Let's see what he's got. Well, let me Murasa now. I'll go grab the spider. We've got enough shenanigans with our rangers. That's a big pain in the butt. Down it comes. We could play it. Now we can just Murasa again. Eventually just kind of bottom and top. Okay. We got him on a 20-turn clock. How's he going to wiggle out of this? All right. Okay. Well, he could have something. It's probably going to walk into a counterspell. It's all right. We got another Murasa. We'll be all right. Doink. There we go. Attack. They have Bazooka Bogs, so I don't want to throw that Firebolt out quite yet. Just trying to stay way up ahead on time here. And I think you're right, Gobo Hunter. Thank you for that. I need all the help I can get. Ha! What do we got here? Preordain. One counterspell down. Come on out, Angler. Where you at? Bottom, bottom. That bodes well. There it is. 3 cards in hand. One, two, one, two, one, two. We could probably bait out another counter with Magma Jet, Firebolt, but that's a lot of burn wasted. He's got probe still, so I want to, of course, you'll have to counter that. Let's try it. I'll at least get a hard counter. And put him on a little like, what the hell? What's this guy playing? Counter it. Keep my guy alive too. Thank you. 2 hard counters down. 2 cards left in hand. Yeah, we can't really do much here. He's got a probe, so we'll trip our wilds and probably Firebolt. Come on, draw bad. Our land's fine. We've got probe food. Recoils and probes. Well, I don't mind recoils so much. Just keep casting value rangers here until he wants to use a removal spell on him. Here comes probably Moldrifter number 2. Reset his hand. How many counter spells he's running? We've seen 1 deprive and 1 counter. He's kicking this. We expected that. It's fine. Go grab that spider. This and this. All right. Sure, we'll block that. Okay. Cancel that. That's good as long as we've got the other lady, but let's get the other lady here first. Drop here. Do you want to use a counter magic on that? He does. Cool. Well, not that cool. Wish I knew it was in his hand. We've already got Edict in the yard, so we've got to get something out here. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he can flash it back. Might let us have it and then counter the thing. We'll see. This time we won't block. We've got quite a few attacks left here. We will keep this. We have Faithless Looting in our yard, so got to keep that in mind. Yeah, now turn on the removal for something, right? 2 cards in our opponent's hand. Yeah, let's go grab a forest and then we'll sit on it. Not do anything with it. I'm on my new laptop. There's no caps lock key. Oh, weird. Yeah, they never divulge all those little change-ups and meeting rooms where they're like, let's do this. It's like, because nobody asked for it. Resetting his hand. Darn it. Come on, Jade Guardian. Gotta get you past the edict time. Alright, alright. What's this? Come on now. Ooh, where's our other Swirling Sandstorm? That would be fun, right? Cancel that. Play this. Huh. So let me Faithless Loot here. Cancel that. Cancel that. Discard 2 cards. Alright. And we'll drop the Drifter. Drop the Drifter. Quite a bit closer to that. Oh god, I wish I had a Gataxian Probe. See ya next time. Cats to 1 pug. Oh, catch the rest on YouTube. Greetings from Germany. Thank you for that. Have a wonderful night. Alright. This isn't feeling so well. I've faced this style of deck twice so far and lost a single game, but this one's feeling a little out of our hand. Knowing the edicts in the yard and double angler ain't anything to sneeze at. Knowing we only have 1 more Sandstorm, 2, they're halfway through their deck. We could Jet Seal, but boy, that's a lot of cards, and one of them gets countered, and we're in trouble. Yikes. Now we are really kind of up against it. We can triple blow up one of these, but it's not going to buy us enough time to matter. What we have to do is find our other Swirling Sandstorm and hopefully draw out counter magic. Good news is we've got the cards to do it. Bad news is we've got 2 turns. Cancel that. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will at least maybe buy us a counter. I doubt it. I mean, I can, if he doesn't think to edict it, we can at least trade with an angler. Gonna have to drop my mountain. 3 fish. And we're gonna have to do this on upkeep. Hopefully we'll find something. Come on, tap all out with that edict. Oh, he already ate the edict. That's right. Well, he's probably got another one or ways to find it. Here comes one of them now. Kicked. Good lordy. Well, you can have one of them, but not both of them. Yes. Okay. Well, say top, I guess, right? Top. Don't like this, though. He's going to be able to probably find some counter magic. Okay. That's a lot of fish, lordy. Yeah. That battlefield smells awfully funky. Okay. Well, one's going to die anyway, right? Make sure the damage happens. Come on, be bottom, bottom. It's so cool if this wipes it out. Our dude would die anyway. Bottom. Come on, say bottom. Don't. Oh, it's a top. Let's at least kill that. For the game. Counters it, we're dead. Yep. All right, down a game against whatever this is. Yeah, I guess it's a less or more there. Sacred Coconut. Never know when they're gonna maybe pull off some sort of like a, what's the word? You guys think Macabre is worth it here? I don't. All right. Arc Lightning's not going to do much here. Moldervine Cloak is 2 Sandstorms, kind of a reset. We got this. We want our creatures out. Might consider bringing in more creatures. Flame Jab out. Like Magma Jet. Take out 2 Firebolts. Thinking of bringing in a Wickerbough just for the creature hit ability. I'm going to do that just so I have one to smack things with. Kind of like this. Might consider even bringing in the other Wickerbough Elder. Again, that plus any of our removal removes most of their things. So let me try that. So we're only going to leave in 1 Firebolt. There's not much spot stuff other than Mold Drifters, and we've got Seal of Fires to pick those up. And we can get them out of our hand. That's kind of the thing with against a probe deck. So I don't really want to be holding much. Yeah, they could bring in relics. That's a good point. We'll bring in 1 Shaman. Take out a Firebolt. I'm going to go to the restroom real quick. I got a minute. Woo. Boy, am I glad I got a restroom in my little studio here. All right. Level-headed. Before you say any bladder jokes, you have no idea how many liquids I drink before a show to keep my voice from... You try talking for 4 hours. It's tough. All right, here we are. Yeah. Little slow roll here, but we got what we need. We'll keep. Gonna get that Guardian out. Hopefully Ranger. Hopefully they took out a lot of their little spot removal and they're like, guys... Crappy little Sylvan Rangers. I'm not going to keep in stuff for that. So 15 to 18. We're up 3 minutes. My bladder is nice and empty now. Woohoo! Okay. Let's drop this for this. I like to do this on my turn. Just so I can F6. I think for the 1 in a million times it'll screw up your opponent to do it on their turn or in reaction to their own tripping, there are 10,000 seconds saved on stuff like this where you can F6 through their turn. I would really like if they kept track of people who had the most wins via timeout. I bet I'd be in the top 20, at least for Pauper. I've argued that to death, Little Fight. That's the best. I don't have a crush on the card at all. It's just, it's uncounterable. And then I have Pulse of Murasa to keep bringing back Macabre. You see a second turn exhume. There's nothing you want to see more than that. There's Relic's just this slow prodding. 1, 1, 1. It's... I have to, I'll say this. I have to have a reason to not run 4 of them. because it just handles so many other decks. But I think it's kind of folly to bring it in against these style here. Well, I'm just going to drop this, hit this, grab green. We'll do that next turn. We can at least Ash Barrens or Pyroblast. I doubt we're going to Pyroblast. Maybe a Augur. Here we are. I've called this deck RG Tempo. Kind of a tempo build. It's had everything from Blastoderms to the flanking Shroud 2/2 guys. All kinds of stuff. I don't think we have to worry about time in this matchup. I think this guy might be multi-queuing, or maybe he's having drinking problems. Hey, the record got it right for the first time in months. Love the Sylvan Ranger. I just wish it wasn't an elf. I wish they'd come out with something that was just a snowball or some dorky elf or something. Go get another red. I think we'll keep that wild for pitching or for, who knows, maybe another probe shenanigans on turn 5. We've got a Pyroblast for that. Dude's got 13 minutes. We might be able to double time out here. Go for the longest feed ever. Got to take my littlest to parkour in about an hour and a half. I don't know if we're going to have enough time to finish all this, but I'll grab that. And we're going to go get our Edict food. Signed up and ready here. Well, this guy's taking like 30 seconds for everything I'm doing. This is a trip. Hopefully we can get to game 3 where this will matter. We've got plenty of mountains. Let's go grab some for us. Here comes Disfigure. Okay. Like that stops it. It's like, I'm going to show... Oh, you still get the land. And another 40 seconds resolves as the Ranger slowly makes her way out of the woods, trips on a few branches, scribbles her name into a large oak tree with one of her long swords, and does a few other things. My goodness, this guy is not a fan of haste. Okay, Sylvan Merfolk, go with the Guardian. Yeah, I have not really looked into many of the Merfolks in green. I don't think there's many worth having. Like I said, I went right past Jade Guardian too. I just was doing a search for hexproof, and I'm like, I like the beast better. And then I looked at its ability, and I'm like, oh, and there's been like 2 games out of the many decks I've tried it in. The last time we played this, I think it went like 1-4 and was just a laughing stock. And the theory was getting close there, but I think I had all of the beasts and all of the guardians, a lot less burn. And when, you know, you give a deck a few months, you look back on it, you're like, hey, wait a minute. I don't want this to happen. Might be a little hasty, but I want to guarantee that I want to drop that Guardian. I don't want him to set up Edicts. He might have an Edict. It's okay. We got Murasas for that. And, you know, every one of his decisions is taking 45 seconds. So hopefully this continues. Whatever it is, I'm going to abuse it. With the lag or otherwise. It's not happening on our end of the clock. And so, like, if matches like these keep becoming an issue, I might consider running a little bit of land destruction. There's the one that flashes back. It's pretty relevant. You don't really want early destruction against these matchups. I find it was like that around turn 4 or whatever. Okay, but again, see, they can't do anything. You can't block it. Forbidden Alchemy shows up. Okay, no land. Come on, no land, no land, no land. Okay, well, that sucks. But again, I can attack. We're going to go like this. We'll attack. Good luck blocking. Good luck Evankar's justicing. Now he's like, wait a minute. That crappy looking card at first glance, I can't really do much against it except for Edicts, which he might have. good news. You know, you could technically Guardian into just something that's just naturally able to withstand the Sandstorm. That's kind of cool. Ooh. Yeah, we'll just make them both out of Justice. Because if I don't do that and Justice shows up, we can be kind of screwed here. We've got our food for Probe if he trips it here and thinks he's going to kind of drop kick us. It's all right. So now we're a little bit edict proof. I would really like to get the Brownscale. Any thoughts on Dominaria for Pauper so far? Yeah, on Facebook I put up, I think it's 5 or 6 cards that I think you should probably grab 4 of. But outside of that, and even including those, there's maybe 2 of those that might immediately see a little bit of play, but all in like tier 2 decks. You never know. The green Ponder is pretty awesome. There's a black one too, end of turn, that decks like this are going to be using. And Chimsky, all for it, man. You're like my cheerleader today. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, this time's a real thing. Got to kind of go all out to play any offense that matters. Even another Augur, it's like boink. It's a neat thing when you find little holes in the metagame like this. There's so many 1/3s, a Seagate Oracle, Augur, a Bolus, there's so much stuff that just can't get around a 3/3. Now, in conjunction with other things, sure, but when you add hexproof to the mix too, then it's like, well, you really got to have it now. Ah, India? Somebody's here from India? Vaparundi. I didn't know that's where you were from. Is that true? Are they just saying goods with the names here? All right, it's coming in for 6. God, look at this. This guy's like acting like he's considering if he's going to cast Moment's Peace with Swamps. Here we are. Another neat thing, Crypt Incursion isn't that good against this deck. If they're running it. Boink. Alright. Well, if they've got any sort of... I mean, I'm going to end up turn Ash Barrens for sure. Cycle this. Make them nervous. We'll grab Forest. I just want to discard all of these. Please, Probe. Oh, it would be so perfect right now if he probes. It's like, Time Walk, Probe, bam! Eat it. So he's definitely going to find a Delver here. I mean, a Angler. Problem is, he's going to need 2 to attack. Might get it. Pauper Thallid will be a must brew, says Cossack 35. Yeah, normally I don't really mind having a lot of lands in this brew because we have, it feels like, well, technically it's 6 Faithless Looting with the flashback, but that does nothing. Well, it'll turn on Sandstorm, that's for sure. Ah, I see. Yeah, that one, Cossack 35, that one, I don't know. I think if Familiars gets gutted or they ban something like Snap, or I don't know. It's just there's a lot of scenarios out there where I'll never look past it because you can just simply drop a this could be something here. He turned off our threshold. Darn it. Oh well. Playing like an Ornithopter and doing that. I don't know. You never want to look past those cards, boy. They always seem to have it. Now we really want to see our enchantment that makes it a 6/6, don't we? Okay. We've got 4 dead cards in our hand. Come on, something. Well, this will win the random award. It'll at least eat a random removal spell, maybe. And there's that. I'm going to sit back and wait for probes. We don't need any of these lands. I could technically double block, so he can't really attack anymore. He's just got another Angler behind it, but it's still going to be a 1-for-1 trade. See how cool these Guardians are? There's a lot more commons than I expected. Might be something in the Pauper in the new set. I've combed it over pretty good. Nothing too exciting. Got to be really careful of that new card smell. Helps when you don't see the artwork. When you just read the read what it does, it's like, oh, all right. Just doesn't seem that great. All right, 7 minutes to 16. So far, the time game's going our way, but I'm not feeling very good about other things. We'll drop this little lady. Heck, we can get double probed at this point. We'll be all right. Yes. Let's find a mountain. We'll play it. Done with lands. Watch, he's got some awesome move with an artifact, and the shaman's keeping him at bay. Woo! Speaking of India, that and China, boy, those are two places I don't ever want to go. Swarms of humanity. I'm sure there's nice little pockets of cool looking areas that are humanless. Sorry for all these long games. It seems like I'm the only one that I'm apologizing to, though. It seems like everybody's kind of enjoying them, but we lost that first one. I got to keep track for a few reasons. Accuracy's one, but hopefully they've just got a bunch of edicts. They took out their disfigures, and they're like, damn it, I don't want to cast this for that. But he didn't talk it over with Paolito at all. I just assumed you're on the conversation since it's on the Facebook. We only see on Fridays, buddy. All right. Bottom. That's good news. Double charging. Cool. There goes another card. What's this? Another artifact shenanigan? Come by Italy, then lots of relaxing and beautiful places. Oh, I know. Burundi, my brother, has vacationed there about 3 times in the last decade, and he's had some pretty epic nights and says nothing but wonderful, gushing things about the camaraderie and the just wonderful, wonderful people. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start dropping some more Guardians. If it gets countered, it gets countered. I think we'll turn this into a... keep it a 3/3. Alrighty. Oh, there's that. Okay. Starting to get a little worrisome. It's got 6 minutes, 2 anglers. We really need Murasas to show up here. Hey, we haven't had any yet. That's a whole lot of life and time. Let's not forget. The Geist shows up. I agree, Wang Cheng. Too many people indeed. Block. Normally this is suicide against a control deck. They kill one of them in response and 2 for 1 yourself, but not in this case. Of course, you could have Shrivel. That would really ruin our day. I always hate when control decks still beat you by playing this slow, and it's like having no concern for the clock. It's like, oh come on. 1, 2, 3. I think this might be worth doing this turn. All right. See if he's got a counter. I'll at least tell us what's in his hand. Counter spell. There it is. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, there's part of our equation. Boy, our Murasa, that's the first one we've seen. We're almost halfway through our deck, and we haven't seen much burn either. I mean, we'll be able to get rid of these Geist's company pretty easily, usually. Uh-oh, it's slipping away from us. He's still got 5 minutes, and there's quite a bit of meat on the table. A lot of fish. A lot of fish. Moldrifter. Heck, here's a fish, technically. Well, do I walk into an edict? That's 7. I can kind of reset the board if he doesn't have another counter spell after that. He did just cast Moldrifter, however. There's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want him to kill us here. Let's see. That would be 6, 7. But we're still going to be taking 4 a turn if I block with it. If he's got edicts, here's where it comes. Gillian, 1968. How you doing? Good to see you. Give us a Faithless Looting, then a Sandstorm. No kidding. Alright, let's see what he's got. Forbidden Alchemy shows up. Boing. He revealed it. That's cool. Hey, go back. How do you get it back in there? Oh, that thing maybe? There we go. That's kind of cool. A feature that does nothing. 4 minutes to 14. I think we're going to go down here. Darn it. Let's see what this is. Well, if I counter this, he's likely to counter back. Then we can kind of reset the board a little bit. Let's do that. I could save that for a Moldervine, but we have so much burn in this. I think we might be able to survive if the rest of our deck shows up. Darn it, he's patient. 6 in the yard. We're dead if we don't do much blocking here. So 7, 9. Yeah, and if he counters, then we're dead. So this buys us a turn if we block here. I hope he has it. He fell into a Chainer's Edict. Why would he have done that though, right? 2, 3, 4. Let's do it. Get rid of quite a bit of stuff here, if we can. Does he have a counter? Darn, looks like he does. Ouch. Boy, does that blow. Here we are. And I think we already cast the other one, right? Nope, we didn't. Just fall into another one. That'd be kind of cool. We kind of need both of these. Top. Let's go. Don't think we're winning this one. We can reset the Angler and 1 Augur. Hope this is a probe. No. See, darn it. What a weird play. We just looked. For all he knows, we could have found the other Swirling Sandstorm. That's a complete reset. No respect, I tell you. I feel like Rodney Dangerfield. God, I hope we don't face boring control matchups the rest of the day. We're only in the 3rd game here. This is nuts. All right. Well, at least we've got an open window here. Pulse of Murasa for the Guardian. We'll play it. We got Lightning Bolt next turn. I should have thought better of that. 4. Yeah, it's not going to do much, is it? Yeah, I stacked that wrong. I'll call that a punt too. Why not? I want to roll. Oh, that sucks. Well, can't pretend like I don't know what's coming up. It's a big old Delver. I mean, a Lightning Bolt, which isn't going to do much. That's why I think punt. I could have at least maybe drawn into something relevant. Another Murasa even. Keep things rocking. 2 minutes. Oh, I should have chatted this guy up and like, hey, where are you from? Hopefully it is just the connection and they're not like triple queuing, because then it always feels like doubly insulting. It's like, yeah, you lost. And they were playing 3 other games. It's like, oh. I wish Red-Green had a little bit more access to things like Pyroblast, a little bit more counter magic and stuff. But that'll do it. All right. We lost bad. UB control. Off to the next one. Boom. Got to keep this thing flowing. I only got like another hour to play here, and I got 2 more matches here. So this is a long stream. So we're 1-2. Make no mistake. This deck is good. I'm not just saying that. Like I said, I had a 3-2 and then double 4-1s, and the majority of those losses were screw-ups, as we've seen today. It's got everything it needs. It's just sometimes, like decks tend to do, you can draw blah. Draw blah? That new green ponder might be a thing in this this style of deck too. That could be, I think it says, look at the top 3 cards of your library, or 4. I think it's 3. For a 1 green, it's a sorcery, and it says put a land or a creature into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library. Am I getting that right? Anybody? Anyone? Pull a Ferris Bueller? All right. Come on, let's see like a Burn or Delver or something that isn't based on islands and saying no to stuff. Clock Zombie. Well, the name suggests that this will be an aggro matchup. I always like when people are called like Red Mage and you run into them and they're playing like forests. It's like, come on. Got to sue your own face for slander. What's going on? Ha! Yep, we're 1-2 robot. Bam. Instead of UB control, you will face BU control. This comes. We're already winning on the clock, but that didn't do us much good last turn. And he disconnected. Wow. Here in LA, we have, yeah, that's it. No, that's not it. It's 1 green is the one that, oh, you're naming a new card. Okay, that's pretty cool. It says he disconnected, but I see him there. Here in LA, we've been having some horrendous winds. I mean, any other state would kind of go, oh, yeah, it's a little windy day. But to people that are just used to 72 and sunny all the time, it's like when you see like parts of trees going through the road or across the highway, you're like, whoa, Armageddon. You got to see it when it sprinkles here. People call it rain. It's really funny. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. That's right. Creature or land. There we are. Okay, mana's right. We'll keep this. Now, if this is against Delver, we got a really good hand. We'll go fix our mana, and then we'll start burning things until our hexproof shows up. All right. I'm just trying to watch the time here. Okay, here is Boros, I'm assuming. I'm just going to do this now. Pop, 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 pop. Don't have much time for commercials today. I got to get this thing done in one. Hopefully. This is where those Jade Guardians just shine. They are so good. So end of turn, Magma Jet, or we're going to be able to pluck some flying shenanigans out of the sky and reset our mana. Magma Jet's so good in this list. I just love it, love it. All right. Come on, little Sacred Hawk or whatever that thing's called. Where you at? There it is. Woohoo! Boom, boom. Let's draw some stuff. There's 1 of 8 creatures that they have outside of the... that's pretty good. That's all right. I'll say top. He returns it. Down this goes. All set. All right. We can end up turn Ash Barrens for the right mana. It's a little clunky, but you don't technically need... Watch, we're stuck on 1, and then we'll just be like screwed for double green, and the spider will show up. That's about the only scenario. Ooh, nice land. I like that basic plane. Ooh, it's a long one today. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here on Pauperganda. Gain 6 life. Why not? Boop. We know what's coming up next. We're going to do this thing, and it should be kind of... not over, but it's definitely, it's like, what are you going to do? Journey? No. Firebolt? No. Lightning Bolt? No. Galvanic Blast? No. Block? No. Take time to read it. Look at this hand. Zzz. Tesla would be proud. Lightning Bolts. Arc Lightning. Jets. Firebolts. Oh my. We are the... so far I've only faced this once, and it was 2-0, and it was a slow massacre. It felt like I was on the edge, but I just kept like, oh wow, they can't do anything with that. And the onus was kind of always on them to try to wiggle out of this. That's the cool thing. Sometimes the Monarch shenanigans, because we don't have a high creature count, so if they have a lot of blockers out, I might want to look for a way. I've even thought of what, I think it's Killer Bees. There's some There's some funny card out there that has Suspend and it's a 3/3 with flying. I think that might. But again, I don't really need it. We'll bring this out. We'll play it and we'll attack. Outside of that sacred whatever, like sacrifice an attacking creature, there's not much way out of this one. Prismatic Strand sucks when they have blockers. Right now it's just kind of like, okay. But you can see this hand. I know some of you might be getting like, I don't know about this deck. Look at my hand right now and think if we're playing Delver, right? Gets pretty gross. So let's shoot this. See what we're gonna get. Make them use his strands on this turn, and then we'll get aforesaid whatchamacallit. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Top. Boink. It's got to tap it to do it, or it dies. Either way. Okay. And he gets to draw a card this way. No flyers, so. And we've got a lot of stuff to kill things, so I'll be alright. But again, see here. We just want to keep it a 3/3 because just the way things happen. There's that. We'll attack for 4. Hopefully we'll drop into a lightning bolt here. We'll get Monarch. Turn on even more fun. Give us that. I think outside of a really heavy Prismatic Strands draw, we might be able to hold this back. He's going to need flyers, and we've got quite a bit of oh, well, there's a scenario I didn't consider. 1, 2, 3. Gosh, I think we just naturally can kill him, right? Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Ugh. We attack with everything? Let's see. It's probably got some sort of removal here. I'm just trying to do this so that if he kills one, attacks one, I'm gonna go all in here. Well, no. Make him use removal on that if he's got it. Otherwise, his dude dies. Ours doesn't. Gonna start having to point some of this burn right at his face here pretty soon. Okay. So he's gonna get that back. Now, if we draw into our cool little man, we're gonna be set. Bond Beetle. But like Skyfisher and company, all these things, not gonna do much here. We've already got rid of one Sentinel. We've got enough naturally to just get rid of the next one. Of course, now he's got. Oh, he's gonna what? Replay it. Kinda don't mind this. He already had Monarch right there, and he's tapped out. go for 6. We'll get Monarch, please. And the life to keep it alive. See, when you really study what makes Boros tick, and I should know, it's that give and go tempo, but when you can't target the creatures and you can't really block them, it adds to some pretty stultifying sides of the board. And just to stay alive, he might want to not do Monarch. I don't know. Depends what his hand is. I was just trying to brew with Bond Beetle just the other day, a mono green hexproof. I've always been trying to take the variants out of that deck. Hey, maybe that new card will help do that. But all right, cool. He thinks he's going to block and stuff. Not going to. Well, no. Here's a folly play. First thing to do is to cast this, because then we can respond to any sort of trip spell, and it's kind of over. So we'll hit him here. Could throw that to the dome, but bottom, I'll say top. Coming in for lethal, he's got to block. Oops, no, not that. This beautiful card. One cool thing about this deck, has gorgeous artwork outside of that Jade Guardian. So 30-3. This is kind of what it felt like. I'm always nervous because, you know, against a tier 1 deck, you're always like, oh crap, but this is how the last few games have gone too. So that's why I give this deck a lot of hope, because against Delver, against Boros, against there's a lot of decks, and actually against Control up until today. But yeah, we lost to Angler builds twice. So, you know, I'm not going to ignore that. That's I might have been getting lucky the last 10 matches and walking into some pretty favorable things, but maybe I'll have to reconsider. Anybody got some ideas? I wish like there were protection from black creatures in this color scheme. I mean, there's the Swamp Walk and regenerating guys. I might have to actually look into those. The what are they, Myroboa and stuff like that. So yeah, that never works. Gandandros, or however you say your name. Sorry about that. Well, there's no prismatic strands, and he doesn't have the mana to hard cast it, so we're just going to burn him out here. RG Tempo. Maybe give a link to the Soul Hole and we'll Boros. You can see 30 to felt pretty good. His Monarch showed up. He wasn't mana screwed. There was a lot of things that worked in our favor there. Tranquility is an interesting thing here. I like Wickerbough Elder quite a bit in this matchup. The Spider's pretty awesome too. Sandstorm, probably going to get rid of them. They don't do much. They're mostly air power. And I'm considering Faerie Macabre here. Don't know if that's a little overkill with prismatic strands. Might be nice to have 1 or 2 of them. Moldervine Cloak's good. This is really good against, I mean, what do you call Battle Screech? It's just nuts. Flame Jab's another good one. You can just pick all these 2+1s equal. All of a sudden, you're like really shredding things apart. Let's not forget, we can't get countered, so everything we're going to play is going to work. That's a very nice, honest way of playing Magic. We already have 60. We got rid of our Sandstorms and we brought in Wickerbough Elders, and I think that's kind of good enough. Cool thing about having 2 of them, you can kind of go reset them and maybe go trip the Journey that got the 1. I don't think Tranquility's worth it in this matchup. They don't have that much of the enchantment persuasion, so this is a weird matchup. Yeah, not so weird on ours. Pretty linear as far as like kill stuff that flies and then boost these dudes up and keep moving. Let me see. Somebody's home. I can hear shenanigans. All right. I don't think Shaman's worth bringing in here unless, you know, watch, they're going to have like all artifact lands the first 3 turns, be like, son of a gun. We're on the draw, and I've got this. I'm tempted to keep this. Only problem is if I trip this, I don't want to lose any of these things, but we'll keep it. I mean, we've just got so much removal if he has a fast start. Hunger of the Howlpack or Elephant Guide? No, because if those get countered, they're just dead. Ours comes back, and also, I don't just make these willy-nilly, Cossack 35, I'll throw a card in. I needed a way to turn on Threshold consistently, and the Brownscale does that, and so does our enchantment. It's like they counter it, okay, it's back next turn. Good times. I'm not too worried about this. I'm just going to set our mana right immediately. Boink. Then I'll worry about roasting things. Watch. See if we had our Gorilla Shaman right now, it'd be boss. Pop, pop. That's a very good card against us. I hate to admit it. Bazooka Bog. Even some of my graveyard decks, it's like, big deal. Sometimes, you know, you're running enough mana like the Land Destruction deck. Doesn't really do that much, but boy, this one it sure does. How cool is this? Again, think if this was Borderland Ranger, we'd be stuck. Almost always want to pull red. Black makes me a little nervous. I haven't faced a Boros list with the black in there yet, but just seems like it'll be a little bit slower. Probably have some sort of graveyard recursion package. May want to consider Faerie Macabre in the other stages, but for now, we'll go like this. We'll drop this. This turns off a fourth of their creatures. Now our mana's dead on right. We've got blockers for days. Jade Guardian's going to come down next turn and start hurting things, despite its name. Yeah, now Hunger of the Howlpack's a really good card, so is Elephant Guide, but in this style of build, you kind of want that, okay, big deal. You know, you countered it, all right, it comes back. Hey, look, it turned on my graveyard. Time to eat. Woohoo! Lots of Guardians. Since we're a little flooded on burn, I'm not even going to let them block here. I'm just going to... And I'm going to actually... okay, yeah. I'm going to actually target the Guardian in this matchup as a 4/4 in case the aforementioned Monarch dude shows up. 4/4 is pretty boss with this much counter magic behind it. Hey, all right. All right, guys, so we're 2-2. Like I said, Boros seems to be just a slam dunk matchup, but I'm going to roll the commercial here as requested, and we'll be back right after these messages, and we'll see you in just a few minutes.
Look around you. War is coming. You fought for Dominaria before. Stood against impossible odds and won.
This isn't my fight anymore.
This is everyone's fight.
I've moved on. I'm not the hero. You remember?
You have to be. Evil is taking root. But this time, you won't be alone. Heroes are rising. Legends of the past and future. Join us. Remember who you are. You belong with us. You are a planeswalker.
Hey all you Pauperganda Knights! Want a great deal that also helps Pauperganda? Well, you're in luck! Visit FlipsideGaming.com for all your paper magic needs. Simply enter the code Pauperganda and get 10% off on all orders $10 or more. Plus, you'll help us too.
Clogged pipes and plugged up toilets can bring a busy family to its knees. At Stinkweed, we know and understand you and your family just don't have time for that. Stinkweed, fast, professional plumbing you can count on. Call 2 and a Black, DREDGE5. That's 2 and a Black, DREDGE5.
I was brought to my knees when Stinkweed dredged my pipes.
And we're back. Got a really nice hand here. Wish they were all like this. We'll lead off with red just so that they don't want to lead with any creatures, or at least have a second type. Spawn of Virtue, back at you, my friend. I know it's a bit of a broken record, but if I type anything, my keyboard goes crazy, and all of a sudden we roll to about 5 commercials I didn't plan on. So I'm here in spirit. My spidey senses are tingling. I'm going to zap. Sometimes your hand can get pretty filled up with this style of deck, so I hope if anything this has proven, we're 2-2, but if this has proven how good Sylvan Ranger is over its 2/2 counterparts that cost one more turn. And if you play this even 6 games with and without or swapping the two, it will feel like Borderland Rangers and those are costing 6. It's just there's so many games where it's like this smooths things out so well. I mean, right now, yeah, we could technically do it next turn, but let's go. Point. All right, so this will be the last game. We'll roll a few more commercials after this. Apologize for all the long games, but it seems like I'm the only one that didn't enjoy it. Everybody else kind of on the edge of their seat. Is this going to be burned? Oh, nope. Okay. Now's when you wish you had what do you call land destruction, right? Maybe I do need a little bit of that. Maybe it'll slow down the Dimir matchup, but it also feeds Angler all the quicker. So does anybody have any ideas? We've lost to 2 Angler decks today. We're 2-2. Oh, this is the Horns deck. All right. Good news is we've got the Sandstorm to fight it. Knowing that's what it is, I'm going to just zap. There's no creatures I'm waiting for. I'm just going to burn while I can. Going to set up our mana. Hopefully we get our 3/3 because that can really hold their horns back. I think we win this one if I've got the deck right. I mean, they could have a bunch of counters and such, but we'll say bottom and top. Yeah, if the Jade resolves like in most matchups, it's gonna be a quick day because they have 2/3 hastes. It's like, well, we're gonna block all day long. Now they could elect Trickery and such, games 2 and 3, but that's asking for 2 card scenarios. Thank you for that little fight. Scred can roast anglers. That's very true. I might end up eating my words and having to go to the ugly lands, but just going to put them under a lot of pressure here. I want them to think that this Ranger might go all the way. What do you think? I don't think we do. I think we attack here. I don't want to wait too long. This is game 1. It's so goofy and rogue looking that I think sometimes people let it go and then like all of a sudden 3 turns later they're like, wait a minute, I can't kill that thing. But I'll at least turn on Murasa. It's a no lose. It's an optimistic deck, I tell you. Yeah, I've got plenty of snowlands. I'm just not fond of the way they look. I wish they would come out with better artwork. This is a must counter, I think. Of course, I'm a proponent of the deck, but I need libations of the non-sugar persuasion. Maybe we'll time him out. Good lordy. Yeah, Scred's an interesting snow-covered forest. Never saw them in Pauper. Do they even exist? Yeah, there's actually a deck that actually we used. What is it? Whiteout? Yeah, Whiteout with Wild Mongrel. Oh, game's over. I think I might be being a bit hasty, but yeah, Whiteout. They would like return it. All creatures lose flying, and I forget what the combo was, but it was Wild Mongrel and Whiteout with Snow Forest. Pretty cool. I know. Watch, I'll stumble onto like the next good or big breakout deck in Pauper, and it'll end up being this ugly thing with Jade Guardians and Snowlands. It's like, ugh, can it just be the beasts? Cool. Well, unless he drops a swamp with an edict, I think we'll be all right. We'll keep the sandstorms surprisingly relevant in just about everything. Not that good against Boros. But we haven't seen it today, but imagine when we do draw those 2 dredging enchantments, when they do show up, it's party time because this becomes a 6/6. And when we cast it, they have to have a hard counter, and if they do, it comes back. They can't bolt it in response. So it's kind of like all the best parts of Stompy and Hex mushed together with Burn. We tried cycling lands and tree folks. Yeah, I tried the tree folk. Just might consider like losing one of the it might be a good call to have one of them over one of the enchantments, but I'm telling you, it's screaming right now. I know we're 2-2 right now. It doesn't feel like it's that great, but take the deck list out for a spin, and I think you'll just kind of like, you'll have one of those eureka moments where you're like, damn, what do you do against this? Like, well, this guy's running into it right now. It's like a 3/3 hexproof. I don't know. I've got to just say this over and over. You almost can't deal with it in this format. There's combinations of cards and things have to go just right, and that's if I don't do anything. But by itself, it's like it's just a bolt of turn that you just can't do anything about. It's like, hey, Scred, how you doing? Have fun staring at this and looking at it in your hand. All right, so yeah, let's just drop them here. Okay, we'll hit all 3 there. And unless he just goes crazy. See, again, if they're on counter, the onus is on them right now. They got to not lose right now. And if they double drop the horns and sit back and block, then we just pick them apart with Magma Jet and company. But that's not going to get there. I ran this guy before. It's a burn kind of deck. I think it runs the Flurry of Horns. I believe Lovebow on Discord is the original designer of this. I looked at it. He ran over the top of me like 3 times in the Tourney practice room one day, and I was like, thank you, may I have another sort of thing. It was gross. All right, well, let's make sure we get in with the damage. Then we'll loot, and hopefully we'll find some good shenanigans. Actually, let me just, well, no, let me loot. If he does anything end of turn, we've got him. He's probably, I'm pretty sure he's got quite a bit of counter magic in this, but he's stuck kind of not doing anything with it. Okay, I'll discard this and this. This way we kind of have him either way. I'll try this on the upkeep. If he taps anything, our Magma Jet will snipe him. Okay. Do you have a spell? Alright, let's keep him honest here. Magma Jet. Even if he does have Flurry of Horns, it's not going to work now. Here's one counter spell. Okay, I'll just pass and we'll seal a fire him next. I was playing white weenies. I didn't get to play. Ah. Whoo, here we go. That will do a whole lot of nothing. So again, even Murasa against this kind of keeps you out of range. Even against Burn, it keeps you out of range, but yep, 8 cards. It's a big W there. Told you guys we were going to go 3-2 or better. Hopefully, I'm not lying. This feels like a pretty darn good match. Pretty sure that's just the Flurry of Horns build. Faerie Macabre might be good here. I don't know if it's just a little too much. Like, I'd rather just be burning things and countering things. Magma Jet when he had 1 mana open. I think that's what I did, wasn't it? Well, no, if you look SRS Business, he had a blue floating. So I think for him to win, he had to kind of arcane or do something then to try to at least get a board presence out to block with. So that definitely wasn't a punt. Rewind it, you'll see. All right, 4 Pyroblasts we like. We can counter stuff instead of get cute with Faerie Macabre. Yeah, this is just a nightmare for him, it seems like. We won't need Flame Jab. Sandstorm. It'd be nice to have one of them in case he just goes ape SHIT and has like this dream draw and we're mana screwed. But outside of that, I think we'll be all right. Seals aren't going to be that great, but they're going to be. I'll do 1 and 1 here, kind of like this. We'll keep both of our cloaks. Keep all of our Murasas. I don't think he plays creature pre-side. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the Flurry of Horns deck. But if anybody can look it up, are they running like a switcheroo sideboard? I'm a little worried about like, well, I mean, we do have Pyroblast for that, but if he brings in like the Curse of the Bloody Tomb, we might be in a little bit of trouble. But I think we got it. All right. So what do you guys think of the deck? Yay, nay? Thumbs up, thumbs down, scale of 1 to 10. Let me know what you think. We got great mana again. We got 2 counter spells. We're all set. Tell you, if you play 20 games with this, 17 of them you'll like your opening draws. That first game that we lost against Angler, remember we triple mulliganed? That was atrocious. That just almost never happens. But right, Little Fight, I knew it was going to happen to me because I'm on Twitch. That's what happens when you're on Twitch. Woohoo! Yay, rather, says Fjorden. Nice. Seems sweet, says Vabarundi. Liking it so far. May put it together in paper. I would recommend you do, because one of the other benefits, same with Simic Death Touch, if you didn't catch our show on Saturday, we had a surprise little special show. We went 4-1 with Simic Death Touch. Same thing I ran in the challenge, and I think I got 18th place with it, but started real rough, and then I won like 5 or 6 straight. But what's neat about those decks is for every like tournament grinder, it's just like, oh, you know, not hardcore enough for me, blah, blah, blah. It's just, there's something really cool. I'm going to slow roll this counterspell here. There's something really cool about just playing pure rogue. Grab a mountain, and we'll pass. Just because there's, you get that, I don't know, it's nothing against my opponents or whatever, you get that kind of superiority, like, oh, that's it, you know, that's what he's playing. Yeah, I've got this, and then before you know it, that 3/3 that you can't do anything about that we just witnessed is just like boom, and you're like, damn. What happened? I wrote to one of my opponents just last night. I was like, yeah, those 3/3s look pretty silly at first, but then this, and it was a Boros player, and he's like, no joke. He's like, I don't know what to do against that thing. Pretty rare when somebody's honest and losing with regards to that. So, we don't have that. We've got a bunch of that. I'm gonna wait on the Magma Jet here. No kidding. Yeah, I could play a deck with like 45 lands in it, and I would, if I played it on Twitch, our opening game would probably, we'd have to mulligan down to like 4. Be like, no lands, no lands. Are you kidding me? No lands. Oh my god. Magma Jet. Oh, so good. So, I mean, one of the very last cards you would cut. That's great. Sure, I'm going to save my Pyroblast for stuff that matters. 2 damage is not among them. We've got stuff to do next turn. Hopefully we draw into another land. That would be really cool. Or maybe he counters, because if we Magma Jet and we see a land, then we'll be able to Pyroblast when it matters, and then the game's over. Consider how ridiculous that sentence is. We do that, and then the game's over. We're not casting a fireball for 50. We're casting a 3/3, but it truly, it's just over. Oh, these are both really, really good. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I'm gonna say bottom. I'm gonna say top. I'm just gonna get a little dark creature out there, guys. I just want this Jade Guardian to live since we don't have Murasa right now. We'll go grab another red. Red. There it is. We'll play it. Now, any more lands, we'll just start tripping to the Faithless Looting. But next turn, this way, we'll be able to at least keep up with the Talisman if he doesn't want to burn it. Cool. That's 3 damage, not on our face. Now, against a black deck or something, we'd be a little bit concerned with edicts and such, but it's okay. He only has 4 cards in hand. Yep, swirling of their own, that's true. But then we also have 4 Murasas, so that's good times. I'm going to counter this one. That's pretty awesome. 5 cards and you get to keep 2 of them. No, If he had a counterspell, he probably would have had it there. So I think we're going to be able to save on a counterspell here. 2, 3, 4. Drop this dude. Hello. Quadruple Electricity. Oh, he was being really patient. Look at this. Now, you tell me that was like a... Do you see how panicky that counter was? It was, counter that! That silly 3/3 with hexproof. That will laugh you out of places at first glance. And then, oh, wait a minute. What the hell's happening? This thing's kind of good. If I'm not mistaken, is Flurry of the Horns an instant? I might be up against it and have to keep back. Can someone look that up for me? I would hate to be falling right into that trap. Need to find some, like, counter spells. This is good. We will get rid of this crap. And we'll play another one. Oh, sorcery. Yay. I wish we had a matchup where you want to stack those, but for here, he could have triple Electricity. That would work. You see these scenarios? I don't mean to sound overconfident. It's pretty lopsided in a lot of games. And I'll qualify that. It's pretty lopsided in a lot of games that are tier 1 decks. This is right underneath tier 1 maybe. If Lovebow's playing it, it probably is tier 1. But boy, there are some... hold on a minute here. Let me attack. But against like the top decks, boy, this thing's a beast. I'm going to hang on. Keep my Lightning Bolt. I'm going to cycle the Barrens and not play it and probably feed it to looting. We're only hitting for 5 a turn, so it's not that great. Make that 4 this turn. Cycle this. I don't want to see any more forests. Draws a surprising amount of cards for a red and green deck. Thanks to Ash Barrens and such, but good times. Yeah, Flurry of Horns, sorcery. Yeah, the 2/3 again, you know, I just sit back, block them, and kill them one by one. They can't do anything about it. Of course, they could attack. I block, cost them their card and an Electricity. That scenario could happen, but 1, 2, not many more cards left. All right. Now it's our turn. 2, 3. Let me loot here. Odds are I'm going to draw another land. Ooh, that's burly. Jeez. Okay, we'll get rid of this and this. You better have a whole lot of flurries for that to make sense. We've just got almost... Yeah, we've got lethal next turn if he doesn't have just all counter spells. That was a nice thing to draw into. Plop, 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 plop. I swear that's my favorite thing about this deck is how if somebody looks at the board right now, they're like, oh, this noob's just getting lucky. And it's awesome. Please keep spreading that rumor. That is a wonderful thing. Given the cards, what do you do here? Pulse of Murasa, you can't really aim the damage at our head. I'll do this here, all of it. We'll try it. Hey! So I told you we'd 3-2, damn it! And I made good on my promise, even though we really dropped it to control. So I've got a little notes here, but before I head out, guys, that's my RG tempo list, and I told you guys it would 3-2 or better. It did. The decks I have lost to so far, Mono Black, Angler variants, but I've beaten Angler variants, and a Tog. I mean, Affinity. It's so telling that that's the problem, right? And it should be noted that against that, and there was one just pure Delver deck that I just had a really bad draw against. That aside, though, seems like Angler's an issue, and you can't really call Affinity an issue just because when they have it, they have it. You can outside of just a gazillion counter spells. So anyway, if you guys have any ideas, send them to pauperganda@gmail.com. As far as the angler matchup goes, we have Faerie Macabre there, but that's mostly for spot removal, Moment's Peace, lockouts, things like that. Might be able to, you know, I mean, we just broke even. It's no big deal, but it's the worst this deck's ever done, though. So now I have 2 3-2s and 2 4-1s. Hopefully in the next day or two, I'll get a 5-0, and we'll go from there. But again, if you have any questions, concerns about this or the show or whatever, hit us up, pauperganda@gmail.com. Bamboozle, no, I'm not even going to go there. Yeah, Blazam. Okay, all right. So anyway, guys, I'm going to roll to the Hydroblasted commercial here, and we will see you next week on Pauperganda, same time, same date. Hopefully I crush a bunch of fools and condescending people with Jade Guardians all weekend long. It's a lot of fun. I recommend it highly. Check out the Soul Hole, and the deck list is there, or Facebook later, or Facebook, I think now, or in the deck description below if this is YouTube in just a few hours. Anyway, guys, this is Deluxekoff signing off for Pauperganda. We'll see you next time. Keep on roguing, baby. Yeehaw!
Lincoln was viewed as persona non grata. The case changed to Cincinnati. Stanton and Carding go, we don't need Lincoln anymore. But Lincoln didn't even know about any of this shit. But he would just keep researching and researching. Oh yeah, but I've been just going along with my own fun. And he would write. He would be like, am I involved in this case or what? Finally, he found out that the case had been moved to Cincinnati. And he was like, fuck, I've got to go to Cincinnati. So he went. Lincoln went up to the hotel where all the lawyers were, and Stanton saw Lincoln coming up. Stanton went to Harding. Oh my God, this guy is a lanky, gawky, awkward, ape-legged, ape-armed man. This guy's weird. This guy's like an ape. He's got ape arms. He's got ape awkward arms. This guy is like an ape awkward guy. This guy is an ape Oxword. He's like an ape man. This guy is like an ape awkward man.
The Marilagia. If you are going to drink like a wizard, then you must release the beast. Crack the ice.
Marit Lager. Crack the ice and release your beast. Available at all fine Sinclair superstores.
Worm would like to remind you to drink responsibly.